So we begin now. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the official welcome to the Yardman podcast. This live episode, another live Friday. Thank you guys for joining us. We had some technical difficulties. Thanks everybody who came by and they went or who came here and they're still here. We love you all still. This week's live episode will be about the American election race next week. Mr. Donald Trump versus Miss Kamala Harris. And we could not have a better guest to talk about it than Mr. Ray Swaby. Mr. Ray Swaby, introduce
Yeah.
yourself to the world.
Yeah, man.
Yo, I want to say, first of all, I want to say thank you guys for having me on y'all show. I know y'all came on my show, man, and bro, it was a great show when y'all came on.
Yeah, man.
But we have a lot to talk about, man. Obviously these elections coming up next week. The world's going crazy.
Mhm.
I kind of told you guys when we were off air, like this is not just the election for the American people, the U.S. This
Much
is the
greater.
election for everybody because this is
Mhm.
obviously going to be controversial. You know what I'm saying? And people really need to take this serious because like the next 4 years is going to change the world. And like we're already seeing what's happening in 2024, Diddy case, everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And we need to be careful what's going to happen in the next 4 years. So I think it's important for us to talk about, to discuss, and
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
let's see what happens, man. I'm happy to be on the show, man, for real.
Yeah, man.
Thank
Happy to
y'all,
have you
yo.
here, bro.
Big
Yeah,
Happy
up,
to
man.
have
big
you
Happy,
here,
up.
happy
bro.
to have you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man. Much respect. Much respect. All right.
Much
So
love, man.
since it's a Friday night and no one has anything better to do,
Yeah.
what we're gonna start off easy with a little icebreaker. We have
Yeah.
Ray, American slash Jamaican, Tonil,
Jamaican.
Jamaican slash African, Davian, fully Jamaican, little African. All right. So Tonil, you and Ray, I want
Yeah.
no me I hear an echo. Somebody echo. Still on. My beg you,
No,
please.
the thing, Naveen, we cannot change it once you start the live video. If you look on your option, if you highlight it, you say this can be changed while recording. We can't change it right now.
Ah, bumbuckler. All
Yeah,
right, all right, all right. Jesus
yeah.
Christ. Coming like me get
Yes.
shot in my ears or something. Like every time. All right. So me have a little game, right? Ignore that. Little game is things white people say, but I want you guys to translate it in the American black neighborhood slang.
Yeah.
Antonio, you in the Jamaican slang.
Jamaican slang. All right, make we
Yeah,
go.
how that Jamaican say it? These things that white people say.
All right.
And for the white people, them, if you don't say these things, make we know in the comments. But
Yeah, for
I
real.
know,
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
I know y'all say these things. All right, next one. First one. How would a Jamaican and a black man say, "See you later, alligator"? Ray, you first. You first.
See you later,
How
alligator.
would you say that in America? See you later, alligator.
um, See you later, alligator. I don't think we would throw the alligator in there. We'll be like, yo, I'm gonna holler at you later, yo.
Ah,
Ah,
ah.
Tony, what
All
about
right.
you?
All right. A Jamaican, a typical Jamaican would say something like, in a the little bits. In a the little bits.
Yeah, yeah. All right, okay. Uh,
Yes.
Another way a white person would probably say that I'll be back in a jiffy.
I'll
All
be
right,
back in a jiffy.
all right, Tony. In Jamaica, how would they say hold your horses? Hold your horses, son.
Humble yourself. Humble yourself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ray.
All right, before I answer that, can I add the the GA? Can I do that?
Prefer
No.
not.
All
We
right,
don't
all
we
right,
don't
cool,
subscribe
cool.
to that word.
All right, all right. Yo, fall back.
But as I
Fall.
say, it's there.
Mm.
I would say
Fall back.
we would say fall back, fall back.
Ah, okay. Tony, next one. You're
Yeah.
on thin ice, pal.
When fire there must steal, in think a cool breeze.
That you got that full blood clap proverb.
Ah, Ray, what would they say? What would they
You got one more time.
say? One more time. Uh,
All right. Next one.
mm-hmm.
Let's hit the road, Jack.
Hit the road, Jack. Me no know. Wait. Ray, what would they say? Maybe think about mine. If you have yours ready.
Yo, kick rocks.
Me
Oh,
understand now. All right.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
And
a better
last
one.
one. Last one.
That's a
One of my
lift up.
lift up.
Lift up.
The last one.
Yeah.
Butter my ass and call me a biscuit.
Javier. Javier. I want that. I want that, Javier.
Can I get a no Diddy?
Yo, things white people
Ay.
say. You never hear that already. Butter my ass and call me a biscuit.
No.
No.
No? How do you say that?
Whether I
I
don't
don't
know,
know what to say to that one. I'm gonna have to
but
pause that one, my brother.
why not?
Deconstruct it.
I don't know. What would y'all say?
I think that one kind of translate. Any people in the comment can tell what this means because I just pulled this one off the internet. Like I hear it
You
all
know,
the time.
I think you know what to I think them use it when I'm surprised. That's when they use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard this before. I've heard something similar. Them use it
All
when them
right.
surprised. Like they when them surprised to see like them it's like they're so shocked to see something. That's what they say it is.
Yeah. For real.
For real.
Are
But
they elated?
We never heard that one, you know.
Yeah. And
I
Daniel in the
don't.
comments say, "How about slap my ass and call me Sally?"
Oh my god.
Yo, I
Oh
gotta
my
deal with it. I
god.
gotta deal with it. All right. All right. Bless up, everyone.
Uh,
We're gonna jump in the first topic. The first topic, Tony, do you know about Young Thug? You listen to any Young Thug tune?
I can't remember any Young Thug song right now, but I know him have this. Him did do a song with Chris Brown, I think.
Do a song with enough people, dog.
I don't remember the name of the song, but I know Young Thug. I know the name. I know the name Young Thug.
Oh, okay. Bet. Ray, what about you?
Yo, first and foremost, Tonil, y'all have to listen, Young Thug. Young Thug is
My brother.
not only a trapper, man. Young Thug is, I would say, this
Yeah.
generation's Andre 3000. And
Oh yeah?
let me make my point of view before y'all look at me some type of way, because I see Donovan looking at me like this. But listen, Young Thug is,
Yeah.
I think he is the trendsetter for mumble rap. If
Mm-hmm.
mumble rap is kind of like trap rap from the south.
Yeah.
And Young Thug, man, he has hits like Lifestyle.
Yeah,
Um,
man. Lifestyle.
come on,
Lifestyle.
man, He got
Yeah.
Lifestyle.
I
One of
still don't
my
know what he
favorite,
said in that song.
one of my um, one of my favorite albums he dropped 2019. The Life of Young Thug, and like I
Mm.
personally am a fan of his music. But nah, man, he just was released. And I was able to look a little bit up on the Google and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's just crazy to see his court case from a couple years to being released off a plea deal. And this has been going on for a minute, bro. You had Gunna, who's another trap artist that's been in the case.
Gonna.
Snitch.
And bro, we don't know what's going on, and it's kind of weird, because Thug was supposed to be in there for a minute, and we're starting to see that these rappers are starting to take snitching into a whole different category. They're starting to be more applaud for it, you know what I'm saying? Whereas back in the day, snitching was looked at, it was looked down upon, and like,
Yeah.
you're starting to see some of these rappers getting away with that type of stuff. So I don't know if
Question.
that's Thug's case, but it seems weird that he got out. and he was
No, no,
in
no.
there for a lot
Before
of stuff.
before we continue with the talk thing, you touch on the snitching. What do you feel about snitching? Do you think like society would be better off if more people snitched?
Put me in a situation. How about that? Put me in a situation because I
Situation,
can't
someone in your
answer that.
all
I
right,
can't
someone in your
answer that.
neighborhood
Okay.
off someone in the neighborhood. No one's talking, but you know this guy is probably gonna do it again. Should they snitch
Yeah.
on him?
Now I don't want to sound like an idiot, right? Because I know from where we come from, our code, the black community, we're told not to, right? Now let me ask you this: what did he do? Before I give you my answer, what did he
No, he
do?
killed someone.
Am I the only one that knows
Make
about
us
it?
say innocent person.
No,
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 am I
no, no.
the
You know,
am
he's
I
not
the
an innocent person. He killed someone. He doesn't have to be innocent or guilty. This man is on the street. This man is on the
Mhm.
street. Nonetheless,
The killer
everyone in the
as well.
community knows that he did it. Someone probably witnessed it, but no one is talking. Do you think this community would do better if someone actually got up and say he did it and testified against him?
Now let me ask you this: am I the only one that knows that he did it?
Let's for your case, yeah, you're the only one that knows. You saw it, but everyone knows. So is you know like when you live in a neighborhood, if someone breaks into a store, everyone know Omar around the way did it, but no one's gonna say Omar did it. You know,
Yeah.
this guy got killed, and you were peeping on his girl, and you saw him off another nigga in the room, using your word. You know, you saw this. You saw it plain as day, and the cops are asking someone to step forward and tell them who did it, and all they need is a witness to corroborate the story.
Will you inform Race Webby?
To Neil, I'm contemplating that right now because I'm thinking of it like this. Because listen, nobody is going to speak up about the matter, right?
Yeah, nobody.
I'm putting my life on the line. Not only my life, now I'm putting my family life on the line. Because if
Mhm.
it's a community
Mhm.
thing, they're gonna know my family as well. So now I gotta come to a realization that if I want to make that decision, now my family is not only involved, they're gonna be treated like the snitch. So
Yeah.
for me, I really gotta break it down to a science because it is a good thing at the end of the day, right? But at the end of the day, what price is being paid for it? You're
Somebody
making
has
a
to pay.
sacrifice for yourself,
All right, like
depending
all right.
on the neighborhood you're in. Now I don't want to. Now I don't before you ask another question. I don't want to sound like a hypocrite because like if I'm a rapper, right? Because I don't want to get off topic. If I'm a rapper and I'm getting in trouble for racketeering, right? Because that's what Young Thug got in trouble for. And there's a bunch of dudes that were in trouble with me, right? And I'm only the one that's getting in trouble because I'm the superstar. I'm the rapper. I make platinum records. The police arrest me. Yo, boom, boom, boom. You got 30 years on your head. Now, now I gotta think, okay, I'm not the only one that was involved in the crime. I'm getting 30 years while people are just living outside, having fun, spending my money. I might think about snitching. And this is what people and this is what
Oh.
I don't want to see. Listen, because I know, listen, we both got black fans. We know brothers in the community. We both get subscribed. There are subscribers. But they got to understand, when you're in that situation, you're going to snitch too. 30 years on your head, and you have the opportunity to get out. You're going to snitch. I
Mhm.
don't give a
Ray,
damn what
Ray,
somebody tells
talk.
me.
Bro,
So I
it,
understand it.
Tonil, are you snitching?
Davian,
Hell yeah.
Davian. The thing is,
Yeah,
Davian, if I do snitch, Davian, as in there's no exit for me. I'm caught in that situation. I'm in the mud already. If I do
yeah.
snitch and I get out, I'll be fearing for my life for the rest of my life. And everybody around me will not be safe.
Go to a different
But if I
country, learn
don't
a different
snitch,
language.
but if I don't
Hey,
snitch, I have to face the consequences myself.
Okay. So what are you gonna do?
Davian, this is a question where I'm not American, but I have to plead the fifth. It's rough, Davian. It's rough. It's rough. Because,
I'm gonna plead the
like,
fifth.
as we say in Jamaica, everywhere you turn, Maka juke you.
Something. It's
Like,
not. All right,
like
all right, all right.
exactly. There's no exit.
All
There's
right.
no exit to this situation.
What if tonight on this podcast we change that entire culture of snitching, bro? Because
Yeah.
I feel the culture of snitching is one of the reasons why crime is on a continuous cycle. Crime and violence is on a continuous night. It's like there's this stigma associated with something that is essentially going to uplift the community,
Yeah.
that it makes people not want to do it. Like, think about it. You know, this man in your community killed someone. The next person he could kill could be someone in your family as well. If snitches weren't looked down upon and
Yeah.
stigmatized, don't you think that would change the entire everyone? They would think twice about doing something, because
But the thing
that's
is,
one of the
that
things they're
being,
scared of. That's why so much crime is like in the black neighborhoods, because that culture of snitching is so strong where they're against it. They won't go outside and commit the crimes in a white neighborhood, because they know if a white guy sees them, he's snitching.
but
It's
Davian,
plain as day.
Davian, I go and blame all of this on the relationship that people have with the police. Because if you don't have, if the police not doing it job,
Mhm.
that mean that when I snitch, or look, in an ideal world, I should be able to talk to the police willingly, for the better of my community, for the better
Yeah,
of me, and for the better of my people, right? No? But the relationship is a rocky relationship from the start, from the
yeah.
get-go. Sometimes they might even go to the law, because I won't tell you that I haven't seen cases like this, for example. People willingly go into the law and talking, and that same law officer might go back to the Danny in the community and say, hey, you know that Johnny was in the station today giving some information about something,
All right, bro. But
you
that's what
know?
I'm saying. Like,
But hold on,
it's
no,
like
but hold
kick.
on, hold
It's
on,
like
hold on, hold
blaming
on.
someone else, though.
No, but the thing is, that's how, all right. As I said, it's the relationship with the law enforcement.
Hmm.
I believe that's how all it started. Because in a perfect world, Avian, the
Yeah.
law is there to serve and protect, right? If the law could protect me when I snitch, then you would have more snitches.
Hmm.
But the problem is the law cannot protect you after you snitch, because a lot of
That's.
technicalities and all of these kind of things. And it also
Mhm.
depends on the case. Because, for example, a high profile case like Young Thug, right? Young Thug is Young Thug. More than likely, him going to get more protection. He would more likely to get protection and more like quicker than me. For
True.
example, I see a small crime. Who am I? Little Tony Blackwood, they come from this village in a Clarendon, Jamaica. Who am I? My
Okay.
life is not of the same value as Young Thug.
Yeah, because look at Gunna. Gunna snitch and Gunna is going on tour. Like, and I don't
Brother,
think it is.
better than
It
ever.
hasn't
brother,
affected his bread. He's still making money.
Better than ever too.
brother.
Yeah, like like no rappers are snitching and people are understanding more. And if I feel like if they continue to do it, it will probably change the culture of snitching, and people will
You
get
know
away
who's,
with less now.
you know who started all of this?
Oh,
What's this guy name?
Tekashi.
Tekashi 6 9. Yes, it make it okay for people to talk to the police now.
Tekashi wasn't the first one to snitch though, bro. He's just the first one to
He wasn't
that
the
everyone
first
knew
one.
snitch. They've been
Hmm.
snitches for days
Yeah, man,
now.
you have them. Yeah, but the thing is, he was the first one for really publicly.
Yeah,
Own up to it. Own up to
because
snitching.
to be honest, it's not logical for me to give up my life for someone that is not gonna do the same for me because of that, bro. Not
Hmm.
saying that I would snitch.
So let me ask you this: how do you feel about it then? Because you're saying that it can change the culture, but how do you
Yeah.
feel about it? Do you think that's a good thing? Because, like Tonil said, like we have this relationship with police that is not good, right? Because even police put us in a situation where they make us go against each other. There's been
Yeah.
situations, there has been multiple situations in the United States where the police will put a brother into a room. Yo, what happened? Da da da. He did this, and they will put the other person in the room, and then they will literally go against each other. The police sometimes is designed to make you snitch and goes against it and will also get you in trouble for it. So I think it is the relationship with the police.
No,
And I think that's a big
bro,
problem, yo. It's a
bro.
big problem.
All right. People view the police as we've. All right. This is how we view the police. We view the police, black people, are the black people I know. We view the police as not an agent of good, but an agent of more destruction. You know, not that they're serving and protecting, as Tony says. But to be honest, bro, this is a percentage of the police that overshadows the good ones. There are good policemen out there. There are
Yeah,
good
man. Yeah,
policemen
man.
that would protect you and do their job to the ends of the law. It just happens that
Listen,
they're human beings as well. They're easily
listen,
corruptible.
listen.
I, if you want to do something for your community, you should think about it and approach it. I'm not saying someone should go out there and be a hero. You're not hero guy, but I'm saying that you should consider this option at the end of the day.
Listen, listen, I don't mean to be respectful to any police officer. The only police officer that I respect is Denzel because he played one hell of a police officer in Training Day and he was a dirty cop.
Yeah, bro. But okay,
Anyway,
bro.
well,
So you see,
I'm
that's the
gonna say
problem
what.
there.
Hold on.
Like, if you're not willing to trust someone that's there to protect you as well, what's gonna happen if we keep go if it's a us against them, not a us with them to fix the problems? What is it gonna change, bro?
But
They're
Davian,
to
Davian,
protect who?
Davian,
Hold on. Let
Davian.
me answer that. Hold on, hold on. So you're telling me this because you know the history of police, right? So once we became free, there
Hmm.
was a system, right?
Yes. Tell
Saying,
him.
oh my God, we just let these people. There's no more slavery, but we just let these people free. So
And
damn,
Okay.
we got to come up with a system to put these people under control, right?
mm-hmm.
So with the first 20 years of the police system, black people going to jail for little crimes,
But wait,
stealing from the store because we
one
didn't have
second
money.
there.
They would get us 20 years, 30 years for that.
Yeah.
They built a system after slavery and they called it the police. Listen, I
Mm-hmm.
cannot respect a system that was built to
All
keep
right.
control of us.
All right.
I
So, bro, you've
cannot
you've
do
taken
Wait,
that.
you
wait.
you've taken a
Yo, I
Before
problem
have
and you put it
50, I
on a
have
system.
family members
Police
that are
are a part of
cops.
the system, bro.
I
before you
can't
answer,
do it.
Davian, um, you have to remember, in those times, when black people just come out of slavery and whatever, a black person was not a legal person, wasn't even a human being. You never allowed for work, Davian. It was illegal for your work. And if you can't work, how you feed your family, Davian? You know?
Yeah,
And
Tony.
that was when, and
David,
that was
David,
also when them
David,
introduced the
David,
prison system.
answer
And
me.
in any community, as long as you're a white man, you have authority to say, all right, this black person did something bad. Any white man in a vein, anybody.
Tony.
Until later, things
David,
start to get
before
more
David,
reform.
No,
Them
no.
choose somebody from
Five,
the
2 more minutes
hold
on
on,
this
hold
topic.
on, hold
yeah,
on,
yeah.
hold on,
Remember
Yeah,
hold
finish.
on,
finish it
hold on.
off.
Things get a bit more reform. Them look for a leader, right? Them choose a leader, and the leader they choose like a set of people. Them say, all right, we are the make we say slave catchers, right? and them go out and them do them work. And after that, things come before more reform. They have a sheriff now, and then they go to the police, and but it all started right after slavery, Davian. It never exists before that.
All right, Tony, I understand what you're
Hold
saying,
on,
bro.
I want to answer
Wait, wait, wait,
something
wait,
you
wait,
said
wait. Can
first.
you mute a bit so it doesn't echo? I understand everything you're saying, bro. Right? The system. I am a black man. I know the system is
So
wasn't
talk like
designed
what,
for us.
Davian?
No, 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 no. Talking like a black man doesn't necessarily mean that you should latch on to every point just because it sounds like a good rhetoric. You have to
No, it's,
examine things with
no,
your
but
own mind
these are
and
facts.
evaluate it. I understand that we're
Right.
playing in a game that is designed against us. Doesn't mean that we can't change the game as it goes along, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like
Right.
there is a system designed to oppress. But what are you going to do? What are we going to do? Get up tomorrow morning and complain that, oh, they're against us. So fuck it. Let's just continue. Let's just be against them. What about we get up tomorrow morning and say, yo, make we see how we can fix it? Because at the end of the day, I'm going to have a child that grows up in this world, bro. And I need to fix it. I need to fix it where it comes to the point where they're not scared of the police. I don't want my son to grow up in a world where he's scared of the police, even though more than likely he will. And I'm not oblivious to that fact. But I'm saying like you even mentioned the days of slavery 100 years ago. There's been reforms and things have gotten different. It has incrementally changed. So if we continue to this path of change, we can actually get to a point where
But
the police and the prison system becomes not only becomes actually a system of reform instead of a system of just only punishment. I can see that future where we can get there. If you can't see that future, that means you give up on the present already.
no, Davian. But that's not what I'm saying, Davian. All right, Davian. I don't know. Maybe not use this example. People might look at this as the wrong way. Let me use slavery again, Davian. You see when somebody do something, all right, Davian. So if I come up to you now and I slap you in your face,
Yeah.
you going to come up to me and say, Tonil, I don't like what you did. We need to be friends. And you come and shake my hand without me giving you an apology.
Hold on, now. Look upon it. Our biggest leaders, non-violent protesters.
And what happened to them? What happened
Hmm?
to all of them? What happened to all of them?
So are you saying they were
What
all
happened to
they were
all of them?
ineffective? Are you saying they were ineffective?
But Davian, how all of them end up?
Tony, in Jamaica, you know what we say? Eye for eye
Isaiah,
leaves the world
how did
blind.
all of them end
Eye
up?
for eye
How did
leaves
all
the
Davian,
of them
world
end up?
blind.
definitely Davian. I
Eye for an
understand what
eye
you're
leaves
saying.
the world blind,
Davian,
bro.
I don't want your beliefs and me not believe in a love, you know. Me believe in a peace and love, you know, Davian. But me no idiot at the same time, if you see what me I say.
Bro, I'm not saying that, bro. I'm just saying that if we are not open to change peacefully as well, nothing will change.
Davian, we
We
have
will
always been
always
peaceful.
be in this cycle.
We have always been peaceful.
Hmm?
We were not the one who started all of these things,
Let
No,
me.
Davian.
I'm not saying
I
it, bro.
can't
But
listen to
if
this
you don't
anymore.
like
I can't
when
listen to
you
this
go
anymore.
outside tomorrow, bro, and you see a
Yo,
policeman, I want you to be see him and feel safer. That is what I want for the world. That
But
is
this,
what I want. Is that so
me
bad to
too.
want that?
No,
Is
no,
that
me
so
want,
bad to want that, bro?
me want that too, Davian. But guess what? As me say, if me slap you in a your face, you not gonna come apologize to me.
No, no. I understand the emotional aspect of it, but I want an apology, and we need an apology. I'm not saying that there is
All
nothing, but
right, okay,
get
Davian.
to the
That
table.
then 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 that is the start of the conversation when the first person come and says sorry. How can we right this wrong? If we can right this wrong,
But
you know what I'm
Tony,
saying?
there are also people on that side with the same mentality. Say, yo, they will never apologize. You get what I'm saying?
What
But
we do with them?
let me get in the word. Let me get
yeah,
in the
yeah.
word.
Ray, you can close off the segment. You
Bro,
close off the
because
segment, and we start talking about the big people in
the
the world
bearded man,
that can
I
actually
can't take it
effect the
no more. I can't
change.
take it. Listen, um, I don't think, and I listen. I love. I get what you're saying. You want to bring a child into this world, and unfortunately, you're gonna have to teach them like, hey, the color of your skin. You have to be careful what you do, and what you say, and how your actions are in this world. It's unfortunate that you're gonna have to teach your child that,
Mm-hmm.
regardless if you end up with a white woman, regardless if you end up with a black woman. That kid is
Mm-hmm.
gonna be black, regardless. It's unfortunate. Here's my problem. your issue. You said there's been peaceful protest leaders. Tanil said they all died, right? Now, I'm not saying they did not call. Now, I'm not saying that they were good. They weren't bad because they were good. They obviously made progress, right? If it wasn't for Martin Luther King, we wouldn't see a lot of interracial relationships in the United States, right? Here's the thing. The problem is there comes a point where you get sick and tired of what goes on. My grandma, right? My grandma grew up in the South during the Jim Crow era, where they were whipping them with leashes, dogs, spraying. That is very hard to ignore. It's very hard to move on from that. We have years and years, man. You look at the history of the United States. Look how many police brutality protests we have done and gotten nowhere. So I understand we want to raise our kids in a beautiful society and where we don't have to explain to them like, hey, you're black. We don't want to do that anymore. Like it's unfortunate that we have to do that, bro. But I don't see any progression. I don't see any.
Bro,
And
there's a
I don't
big
know,
progression
man.
there.
Tell
There's a
me,
big shift from when your grandma grew up to you now.
tell me,
There's a
man. Why did
big
they?
shift. Like it's not like it's gonna change overnight. But if you already giving up, man, like if
No,
you're
we're not
already
giving
giving
up,
up that
Davian.
things won't change, you're not helping the situation. Like Martin Luther
Naveen,
King, Marcus
Naveen,
Garvey, Malcolm X,
Naveen,
all these men, they
Nav-
believed that it could change. That was
Naveen,
their
And then
biggest thing. Like,
Naveen.
and
Hold
and
on.
them fight feet, Davian. Them never. Them, you feel like say, and your person say, all right now, let's have pity on them and let us stop this.
but
Naveen,
how did they
No,
start, Tony?
the man,
Tony, all
the
I'm
man
saying
them
is like
fight,
hold
they
fight
on,
for them
Naveen.
rights,
believe,
Davian.
yes, they fought, but they fought for a change. Then you guys are speaking like it
Yes.
will never change or things will never get better.
No, I never say that,
Naveen,
Davian.
That's how
You
it
know what?
sounds to
I
me.
don't,
Naveen,
I
let me
don't
It's
ask
see
like
you
you
that,
guys
this.
have given up and be like, okay, this is the way it is. I'm against them.
Davian.
Nothing will change. I just have to fight and live the next 60 years of my life like this. That's what I'm
Davian.
hearing.
I got the answer. I'm
Many
gonna get
ways,
him.
many ways to the
Tonil,
mountaintop, but the view at the top is the same.
Tonil, let me get him. Let me get him. Let me get him.
Yeah.
Listen, Naveen,
Give him one more job. Give him
let
one
me
more
get.
job and then we
Let me
go to
get
the
him.
real issue.
I'm gonna give him that Tyson jab. I'm gonna give him that Tyson. Listen, I'm not telling you I don't want change. I'm saying we need to do it in a different way, right? Social media. Thank God for social media.
What way? What way? Don't say do it in a
Social
different way
media.
if you can't say one though.
Social media. Look at George Floyd. Look how we came together. Look at George Floyd. Dude,
Yeah.
I heard about a protest in Barcelona and
There was one
during
in
George
Madrid
Floyd.
also. I was in the one in Madrid.
So it's social media. It's social media that's gonna help us come together. But
Mhm.
I'm not. Listen, man. It's it's been, bro. We've been fighting for civil rights for years, just to be civil. I'm gonna say it again: civil rights, not work rights. Civil. You know how sad that is.
Okay. Which of the presidential candidates do you think would do more for this? Like would effect more change for this, right? You're the only American here. Trump versus Kamala. Which one is going to be, do you think is going to be the better president to bring
All
this
right.
stuff to the highlight? I'm going to add someone, another American to this chat as well.
All right,
But Ray,
guys, look at this. Look at
I
this.
like that segue, by the way.
Tonight, I'm going to act as if, I'm going to take the same mindset as somebody who doesn't watch the news, doesn't care about it, and thinks that these elections won't affect my life. Okay? So anything I say, bear with me. I'm in that train of thought. If you see what I mean.
yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man,
I'm going to put myself in somebody's shoes like that. You know?
yeah. All right. So Ray,
All right.
which one of your candidates do you think would be the best?
Oh my God. So I'm happy that we bring this up because election day is just couple days away, man, and I can't tell you enough. Even though I'm living out in Spain, just like you guys, man, I'm
Or you can
nervous.
still vote.
I can, but here's the thing: is my vote really gonna count? Right? Votes, and listen before you make that face. This is the problem I have. This
Yes,
is the problem I
David.
have. The problem is when it comes to voting, the only votes that matter are the one percenters,
The
right? The
business
people that own
owners.
Walmart,
Yeah.
people that own McDonald's, the people that own Apple, Tesla. Being an African American, if I don't have no say, and if I'm not dribbling a basketball or throwing a football or playing defense somewhere, my vote is not really going to matter.
Bro. All right. Firstly, I need you to change that mentality, bro. I'm not gonna debate this with you, but if you have this mentality that your vote don't matter, you're part of the problem. If there's a
How?
million of you
How
that
am I
think
a
your
part of the
vote don't
problem?
matter, that's a billion of you that can actually change things.
This is
Your
bro. This
vote,
is
your
why.
vote matters. You not using your vote is more of a victory to the people that don't want you to use it.
Okay,
So David,
now
let
hear
me
me.
ask
Tell
you a
me this.
Use
question.
your
Let me
Now,
vote.
ask you a
Your vote
question.
is your voice.
hold
Let me
on. Let
ask
me
you a
tell you
question,
this.
David.
Let me tell you this. Hold on. Hold on, Tonio. Hold on.
Go, Ray. Go, Ray.
I'm glad you said this, bro. I'm actually glad we brought this conversation up. Listen, why does my vote matter? Answer that.
Why does
Yeah.
okay? That's an easy question, bro. If your vote didn't matter, you believe in democracy? You believe in democracy, right?
I believe in the definition. I don't believe that has been used correctly.
There's you, bro.
You see how I went? You
You
see, I
are
went
going.
there, right? You see how I
You
got?
not voting. You not voting and complaining is people not voting. Not even necessarily people not voting and then complaining about the system not changing. They're the worst people. No
Okay, so
offense,
tell
really,
Why?
but
me. Hold
because
on. Hold
because
Why,
you're
on.
not
David?
doing
Hold
anything.
on.
All you're
Tell
doing is sitting
me.
on your
David,
ass complaining,
Donovan.
wait.
complaining.
Let
Whereas
me
you,
Donovan.
if
let me ask him
all of
one.
the
Let me ask him
complainers
one
came
question, Ray. Let me ask
together
him one
and go out
question.
there and vote, the like-minded people, all these like-minded people that think their vote don't matter, go out and vote. They would change something. Stop
Okay.
spreading this rhetoric that your vote don't matter. It's
Okay.
only making it easier for
Okay.
the
Let
people.
me ask
Why
you
do you
this.
think in European countries it is mandatory for so many people to vote? Like
Because
if you
they're
live in
white.
countries like
Because
Belgium,
they're white.
it,
That's why.
it
Stop it.
it's
Stop it.
because
Wait,
someone is
hold on.
white doesn't mean they're wrong, bro. It doesn't mean they're wrong. Like
Stop it.
you know
David, I
what
have
would
a
make the
question
system
for you,
great if
David.
everyone
Stop. Let
was
me finish.
mandatory to
Let me
vote.
finish. Let me go. Let me go.
Go on, go
Let
on,
me
go
let
on.
me let me bless you with some facts, brother. Let me bless you, okay? Listen,
Bless him. Bless him.
brother. I read a book called Saving Capitalism, right? This book was written by the vice president of Bill Gates. No, sorry, Bill Clinton. In this book, he talks about the one percenters and how their votes matter. And he literally, the vice president, literally said that the 1% are the votes they only matter. The American people come next, right? And then when you talk about the American people, then you got to put them in categories. The white Americans come first, and we're in the back. Now, listen, I know you're saying I am the issue, but Donovan, can you tell me one thing that a president has done for a black person in the last after Obama?
Or even during the Obama.
Or even during Obama? Can you tell me?
So you think that all the presidents they've not done anything for black people?
What have they,
Obama's flagship Affordable Care Act,
bro? They followed the duct
Medicaid for
tape act.
everyone.
No,
You know
no,
what
wait,
the
wait,
duct.
David. I think him. No, wait, 1 second, Ray. I think he mean, do something specifically for black people.
Bro. All
Specifically,
right,
you're
all
what I
I
right.
want.
get
Let me
you.
give you
I'm
an
not
example.
even
Let me give
done
you an
yet.
example. Let me
Tanil,
give you an
thank you.
example. You remember when the other day when when COVID did happen and all of these things were happening to the Asians, people see them on the street, they used to beat them, they insult them, they chase them away, all of these things. They pass a law saying that anybody who do that will get locked up or charged or whatever. You know? Wouldn't you say that after seeing the situation with black people and the police, because this is
One,
not
two,
a
three law.
secret, this
Yup.
is a known fact. Wouldn't it be good if one of the presidents were to step up and say, all right, now, we know about this situation that's happening, it's very ugly, the world knows it is not a secret, and they would step up and try to prevent the police from having so much power over people in general. Even though we black people, we face it the most, but to get rid of it overall, you know what I'm saying? Do something about it.
What's the president gonna
That
do?
mean,
What's he gonna
David,
do?
huh?
David,
What's the
hold
president
Evoke
gonna
a
do?
law, for example, saying
on,
that police
David.
aren't allowed to use access what them call it. What them call it? Excessive force.
That is a law, bro. That's already a law.
It's a
But it's
law.
not being enforced.
Hmm?
And
David,
there's not a law being placed to protect a certain people who are more likely to face a certain threat. If you see what I mean.
Bro, there are laws in
It's
place for
been
that.
done. But Davian, I'm saying it's been done. We've
Mhm.
seen it with the Asians. It's
Bro,
been
there,
done.
Daniel,
David,
there
But
are
David.
will it be
these
ever
laws
will it
already
ever be
exist.
for us?
No, man.
These laws
David,
already
hold on.
exist, bro.
But when
David,
will they be enforced, Davian?
They are being enforced.
hold on. No,
To say that
see,
the laws are
this is the
also
problem.
for a president to
David,
do something, you think a president can go up tomorrow and just write a law and say this is it?
Then why you think up with the Asian them, Davian?
No, you cannot do that. People need to sign off on it, bro. The Congress needs to sign off on
No,
it in America. It
exactly,
doesn't work like
exactly.
that.
We know this.
And
And
because you
that
have a
is
black head of
and
state doesn't mean that
and that is
the
our plight,
Congress or the Senate will
Davian.
sign off on something,
David,
bro.
Davian, and
David.
How,
that
how
is
many
our plight.
how many black congressmen do you have that will vote on it? How many Latin American congressmen do you have that will vote on it? How many people that for the minority have that will support that law? How many do they have
All
that can
right.
say, hey, I'm gonna vouch for the minority
Thank you.
and be there? All
Thank
everything you
you.
see is just
Yo,
white people
David,
manipulating the main person, which is the president. You don't see minorities thriving in the US. You gotta ask
And
yourself
that is
why.
our plight, Davian. After seeing all of this being
David, you
faced
cannot
against
look at
us,
it. David, you
why should we
cannot.
join with these
Yeah,
people
David,
and
you
party with
cannot.
them
Hold on.
Why?
You
What did I
cannot.
and
say? Did
drink
I
them
say
white
join with
and drink
anyone?
them white rum and dance? You know why? Why
Listen,
we must have a
Bro,
big party with them?
you
listen,
guys,
David.
you are. I'm not saying that there's not injustice and discrimination in the system. I'm not saying that, right?
Then what
All
are
Stevie
I'm
you
Wonder
saying
can
saying?
is
say
that
that.
things
Stevie Wonder can
based
say
on the
that.
system to get them approved, even the same black man like you that's a senator will vote against it. Because if you want something to change for just one community, you
Yeah.
can't do. You can't work like that. Because
No, David.
wait. Well, let me finish. Let me finish.
Yeah,
If you
yeah, yeah.
change something for one community, imagine if Trump goes in and he changes something for the white community. What would you say? That's racist, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or he
That's
changes
this. That's
something for the
that's
Latinos,
this.
but he doesn't change it for the blacks or the Chinese or the
David.
Asians or anyone.
He has also done it for the
David,
LGBTQ
But
community.
it's
yo,
No,
not
that's
what
listen,
every
that's a
listen.
president's
different thing.
done.
That's not a racial thing.
Isn't
Let
that
me
what
say
every
something.
president's done in the
It's not.
last 20 years? Isn't that what every president has done in the last 20 years? I mean, like what Ray was saying, mention something that in the last 30 years a president has done to help minorities, like specifically.
Affordable
Specifically,
Care Act. That's
Specifically,
specifically,
something
Obamacare is the
specifically what a
biggest
specifically.
thing.
president has done
David,
for
let
minorities.
me talk.
I want to hear
Obamacare.
you, Ray.
There's a lot
Oh
of
my
things to
God.
get into black colleges, like minority grants, diversity
David,
programs.
more
This is
fight with
all
him,
stuff that
more
has
fight
changed.
you.
Yo, you need to stop it. Stop it.
Ray,
And I'm
Ray,
not even
Ray,
American,
Ray,
and
You
I
need to
know
stop
this.
it.
you gotta go
David,
ahead.
it's
You gotta talk.
time.
You know
I
what's
want,
funny,
I want to
Tony?
hear
I
yours.
can chat all the shit I want because
I
I'm not
know.
American, and I can
Yo,
see this from the
and this is
outside.
the problem, David. This is the problem. You're not looking at it as an American. You need to put yourself in our shoes. You're not doing
Yeah,
that, bro.
Okay,
yeah.
from an American, what would you need your president to do? What would you need to do your president to do? And let me know how they can accomplish it. Like, and it needs to be logical. Like, paint me the picture of your ideal leader for America.
Bro, you have to listen. This is easy. First of all, it
No,
needs to be logical. don't make it too easy. Listen, one thing I would like is the same amount of resources that are in these rich white communities. I want the same resources for my brothers and sisters in the Latin community because there's a big difference, bro. There's a big difference when it comes to job opportunity. Why are these Americans getting better job opportunities than the
Or
other
even
Americans?
housing situations too.
Why is that? You see what I'm saying?
Sway, Sway, what do you think,
That's
Sway?
not that's not that's logic.
So,
No.
so, so, so you still haven't painted me a perfect picture. You said you want equity. You want equity. Who is the person to bring you this equity?
The 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 president.
Nobody, nobody can bring us this equity, Davi, and only ourselves can bring this.
Jesus Christ. So
That
why
is
is
what
it?
Marcus. That is what Marcus
Throughout the
Garvey
entire
preach.
argument, he was like, no one can do it. We can do it. Like,
David,
Yeah,
make
but
that make
why not?
sense, bro.
What about
David,
self-reliance, Davi? And what about self-reliance? What's so bad about self-reliance?
One part of your self-reliance is voting.
Huh?
bro, you
Ray,
need to
you still haven't
stop.
painted. No,
You
all
need
right,
to
Tony, what about
stop.
this? Ray,
You
paint me your perfect leader and what
you
he
need
needs
to
to do for
stop
you
it,
to
bro.
secure your vote. Tony will think about it and sway you as well. What
Bro, hold
matters
on.
to you when
I
electing
want to go
someone to
back to
lead?
this damn
I can tell you
Obamacare.
right now.
I want to go back to this Obamacare that you don't
Wait,
know
wait, wait.
nothing.
Tony, sway, you start first. Your ID leader, and then we'll go to Ray, and then we'll go to Tony. Your ID leader, what do they need?
Like
What do
my
they need to
ideal.
do for you to say this man will change the world? Or woman?
Let's look at it this way. I am a father of two, right? What
Yeah,
do you think my number one care would be? To care for the
your
people
kids.
outside of my house, or to care for the people inside of my house?
Your kids.
What will be the number one care for me? Caring for people outside or caring for people inside?
Inside.
Right. Who will I feed first? My kids or somebody else?
Of
Your
course, your
kids.
My
kids, bro.
kids, right? Who would I give money to first? My kids or somebody else?
Your kids.
So again, my my ideal president or person is the person that worries about the country itself, the people inside, people that are dying of hunger inside the country. I'm not going to send billions of dollars outside when I have people inside dying. I'm not going to care about hunger that's going outside when I got hunger that's going inside. Why am I going to feed another kid if my kid is telling me, Dad, I'm hungry? Why am I going to give another kid $500 when my kid tells me I don't even have enough for shoes? I don't even have enough to pay for my rent. I don't even have enough to pay for my food and my on my table. You know what I mean? Like what I'm saying is like most of these presidents have come and gone on presidencies on the US. All they care about is how to make their pockets grow. And by making their pockets grow is by being good with the outside world, being good with all these agreements and all these, sending money to other countries. Oh, this country's dying. We're gonna send them billions of dollars. What are you doing? People are dying because of the hurricanes are happening. FEMA's, running out of money. Why is they running out of money? Because you're sending money elsewhere, but you're not worrying about the country first. So my point of view, many people judge Donald Trump, but I think what he says is true. Make America first. Make America great again. Make it what it was. Make it a good country. Make it your first priority. Before I can worry about Jamaica, Ukraine, Paris, Spain, whatever, I need to worry about me, Americans, the people that are there giving for the country, not the illegal immigrants, not the people that you open their doors wide open to come in. No, I need to worry about the people that have been there for generations to generations, that have been given to taxes, that have been given to the community, that have been given to the country itself, that have been working their ass off in the country itself. I need to worry about them. And it's one of the things that I always think about for a political leader. I don't care if you're good with somebody else. I don't care if you're friends with that person or that person. Cool. You talk to them. Cool. I'm friends with that prime minister. Cool. It doesn't mean I gotta give him money. I'm friends with my neighbor. If he's going through some hard times, am I gonna give him money? I'm gonna give that money first to my kids. If I have something left over, then I'll be like, here, I'll help you out. That's what I think. Again, that's my point of view, and that's a lot of people might not like it. A lot of people might like it, but I'm gonna say make America first. Then worry about everybody else.
All right. You started off. I want to. You guys can. I'll give you all a chance to respond to him before we switch to race. But I have something to say while it's fresh in my mind. Right? If your house is on fire, God forbid, your house is on fire and your kids are in there, do you want your neighbor to help you? Would you
Yeah, I
like your
want my
neighbor to
neighbor to
come
help
help
me.
you? Huh?
Yeah,
Would
yeah,
you want your
yeah,
neighbor to come help you?
yeah. But why? Well, I'll be able to neighbor that I helped before, right? Of
Yeah, yeah. Say one day you help this neighbor and he comes and help you. Would you want him to come help you save your kids?
course, yeah. If I helped him before, after I helped my family first, yeah, I would. Not just
Mm,
some random
yeah,
stranger that walks in front of the house starts helping me out, right?
yeah. He comes and
It'll be
help you.
somebody. It'll
But
be
how do
somebody
you foster
mutually.
this
It'll be
relationship,
somebody
bro?
mutually that I helped, right? It'll be
Yeah.
somebody mutually that I helped, right? So, for
Hmm.
example, I gave my neighbor food, and later on, I'm going through some hard times, and he says, "I'm going to give you food," right? Not just some random
Reciprocity.
stranger that says,
Reciprocity.
"I need food," right?
Hmm.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
get you. I get you. Yeah.
So you believe there is a need for a community outside of your house as well.
I believe, yeah, there is a community. Yeah, correct.
There's a need for it as well. Is it so bad to say that I want to help my neighbor, help your friend?
It's not bad if
Is
you
that
help your
so
family
bad?
first.
Hmm? Uh,
It's not bad
Obviously,
if you
I'm
want to
gonna
help your
I'm
family
gonna
first.
always pick I'm gonna pick myself and my family first. But it doesn't
So
mean
so
that we
so
can't
so
help
why
other
so why
people.
is the Biden administration sending billions of dollars to Ukraine and other people when their people inside their country is dying of hunger? When the people
Bro,
can't even have
this is
enough to make livings.
all right.
I mean, Ray knows he's from the U.S. from what I can tell. I mean, there's
No,
people
but
struggling. The medium house will jump to $90,000 a year for a single person to survive. Two hundred and fifty
you
thousand dollars for a family of four to survive. If I decide to go back to the United States right now, I got to
mhm.
make more than $250,000 in order for me to survive. And I'm talking about surviving. I'm not talking about living comfortably.
Not living good, surviving.
I'm talking about surviving. I'm talking about making ends meet. I'm talking about paying enough for my rent, paying enough for my bills, paying enough for my food. Because then I gotta go to the store and pay about what, five, six, $7 for a gallon of milk, $15 for chicken breast, and God forbid, maybe I'll find some eggs when I go to to the grocery store. Because
Mhm.
but then we gotta worry about people dying out there. Oh snap! People in the south of Spain went through some hard things. Yes, I hope they're doing great. But I'm not going to send them money when I have people dying in my house first. I'll send them money to I'll help my family first. Whatever's left over, then I'll help you out. That's just my mentality. If it's wrong, then
So
it's wrong. But that's just how I feel. I'll take care of
all
my
right.
family first. My family
So
before anything else.
see, so your biggest thing when voting for a president is immigration issues and foreign aid that they provide. That's your two biggest issues, right?
And priority for the people inside.
Okay. So essentially, I don't want to say correct me if I'm wrong, nationalism, foreign policies or foreign aid, and immigration. Those are your three biggest issues. So you need a president that tackles all these three things, right?
Why not? Yeah, I would say yeah.
Okay. All right, fair. Ray, what about you?
Okay. For me, man, an ideal president, man, and I know, like I said, man, it's something that we've been fighting for a long time, man. I just want to be civil, to be able to have all families have the same amount of care and rights that rich people do in the country. Um, I would like that, man. I would like free healthcare, something that we've been fighting for a long time.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is, bro, I know you said about the Obamacare, but the thing about the Obamacare is it's not free. It's necessarily not free. It's a trick,
Would
and
you say
that's
it's
the
a step in
problem.
the right direction?
I think it's a step in the right direction, but I think it's necessary for it should be it should be more. First of all, it should be more beneficial, and I think it shouldn't be as cheap as what it's promoted to be, because it is
Mhm.
cheap. Um, I would also say, man, and also college, man. We got to get that tuition down, bro. It's ridiculous that college costs more than a car in Europe, bro. I went to school. I was lucky enough to play sports where I didn't have to, pay for it. But $30,000 for a college, and that's the cheapest we're talking. Harvard's like 60 grand a year. And years and years we've been, yeah, Tennille, I see that face. Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah.
Um, and
Wow.
we've been talking about this for years, man. Presidents before us, before Biden, Trump, Obama, has been a big issue getting student loans down, and we're in major debt, because of it, and it's a scary problem, and it's something that if it doesn't get taken care of, the country's gonna be in trouble for sure.
Okay. All right. Daniel, what about you? What are your things?
Some simple things, honestly. Um, Job security, food security.
Mm-hmm.
And what is food security? It means that food is affordable and it is also healthy. You know,
Okay.
um, access to education and a good running healthcare system, and
Okay.
also protection against outside threats and even inside threats in the country. So national security
Can I
also.
ask you
That
guys this something? Can I ask you
that
both?
wait.
Oh,
Let,
go
let,
ahead.
let, let him finish that thought because I love
No,
that
that's
thought
it.
where he's going. None of you mentioned that one, and it connects to everything. That one's a very important one because that
No,
that
no,
one's those are
which
yours.
one? National security?
Yes,
No, of
that
course.
one's a
Yeah, you have to
beautiful
be able
one.
to protect your citizens.
All right, Ray. What were you saying?
Yeah.
No,
I
sorry.
mean, hold on. First of all that money we spend on national security, trillions of dollars every year, I think that's the last of our damn worries. I'm sorry to say it. That money has been used. That money could be going to educational systems, which also is
Nah, man,
another
of course, yeah.
segregation problem in our country. So I don't want to hear about that home security crap. That we spend too much damn money on
No, but
weapons
Ray,
and all
but
that.
Ray, in my ideal situation, national security, the funding for national security would never be more than the funding for education or food security. In my ideal case, it should not be over all of these
Yeah.
things.
Okay. Let me ask y'all
Yeah.
this. Y'all, because America has, I'm going to say, I don't know if it's a great relationship because I feel like, I'm not going to say us because brothers, we didn't do
Hmm.
this. White people in America did it, so I'm not going to say us. There's a relationship between Jamaica and America, right? What is something you would like to see change from that perspective as a Jamaican, because we do have a relationship, right? We
Yeah.
unfortunately, we market off you guys, the music, all this stuff.
We,
What is
we have a
something you would
ruler
like
we
to?
have a ruler and servant relationship.
Yeah, it is sad, bro, because there's a lot of Jamaicans in America. What is something would you like to see change as
Let me
Jamaicans?
go
What is
first
something
then.
you would like to see change from the presidents if
All
Trump
right.
or Kamala was elected?
I would like to see the tightening grip of the US and Jamaica be released a bit. You know, there's not always this pressure when it comes on to things like, for example, who gets the first rights to dig bauxite, who gets the first right to like build hotels, who gets the first right to like be anything, you know, right? I would like to see that grip being released because we can see where the leaders they find themselves in a very awkward position when US wants something and another country wants something that would actually better benefit Jamaica. But because US wants it, they will have to give it to US. Right? I'll give you an example. Davin, you know about the plight that our brothers in Akongpong are facing, the Maroons.
No, explain it.
So there is this company, right? There's this company, this American company in Jamaica that they've been digging bauxite for so many years. And bauxite is the raw material that they would use to get aluminum, the aluminum pots, aluminum foil, you know, all of these things, right? And in Jamaica, we have this area which is national reserve. Basically, it's called the Cockpit Country, and they recently found that they have a very large bauxite reserve in that area. but that area is a watershed area in Jamaica. It provides, if I'm not wrong, check the stats yourself, guys. It provides Jamaica with 50 between 40 to 60% of its water supply. So if you disrupt that area, you're disrupting life, you're disrupting the water, and you're doing all kind of things, right? It was 2 years ago. The Maroons, they were fighting against these companies from coming in and digging the backside. But our prime minister was basically leaving out the Maroons from the discussion when the American companies would come, right? And long story short, they ended up selling that piece of land to these American companies. So you can clearly see sometimes where they have their hands tied,
Okay,
and it's
okay, I
like
get what you're
they
saying.
actually can't do better,
I
you
see what you're
know?
saying. I see
Yeah.
what you're saying, bro.
Let
All
me
right,
ask.
Ray. So
Let me hold on. Let me
your
ask this.
question
Let me ask Sway.
about
Sway.
the same question you posed to Tony about
Wait,
what
wait,
what
let
I
him
would
have a
need to
question.
see from
Let him have a
America.
question,
No,
David.
No,
no,
no.
I'm
Let
still
you.
answering his
Yeah,
first
yeah. You can
question.
answer. You can
He
answer.
asked both of us.
All
I'm
right,
still answering his first question.
all right.
All right. So you say what would we need to see from an American president for its relationship with Jamaica? You know, the history of the relationship with Jamaica and America has never been a really good one for Jamaica per se. The biggest issue is in the 70s. Firstly, in the 70s, when there was the election and there was that old Cuba and Russia Cold War situation, Russia had already had a hold of Cuba, right? And they thought Jamaica was what 90 miles from Cuba. So America is like, can't have the Russians get Jamaica. So we have to go in there and ensure that the Socialist Party doesn't get in power. And
Yeah,
even though it's a socialist party, it's not socialist in the terms of like full on socialism,
socialism,
like stuff
no.
like that. Like it's more socialism in Jamaica is not is it doesn't mean like the extremes of socialism. The both parties, one is a Labour Party and one's a Socialist Party, but both parties essentially have the same values. They're not going to impose socialist law. You know what I'm saying? But they're classified as a socialist party. So in that period, America thought that Russia would just go towards Jamaica, put the Socialist Party in power. So what they did is what the CIA did was they funded one of the gangs, allegedly, they funded one of the gangs that was supporting the political party that they wanted in power. And they did this by providing guns for them, right? In providing these guns, it has led to the point where 40, 50 years later, Jamaica is one of the most violent countries on the planet. And this all stemmed from American intervention into the country, right? So
Yeah,
that's something I would want them to take accountability for and actively try and change instead of acting like it never happened and they never played a role in it. Another major thing I would need, and this one is quite easy. This one I want Kamala or Trump, if especially Kamala, if she wins, to change this one immediately. Marcus
Bro,
Mosiah Garvey, we need his criminal record expunged.
bro.
That's one thing we need.
See,
We need that gone.
see
That's
what you
something
just
any
did.
president can
Do you see
easily
what
do.
you
He
just
can
did?
pardon him doing
Did
after
you?
death pardon. We
You
need
see what
that.
you just did?
That's one thing I need. That's an easy
See,
one. The other thing, the policy and changing so that they have a lesser grip on the country, that will come in time. Other things I want is them to play less involvement in the trade. Jamaica imports more than it exports. And the place that it imports mostly from
getting
is
robbed,
America. Is
getting
America.
robbed.
And when a country is importing more than it exporting, that means the GDP of that country is going to be in a
You
deficit.
know what the
You
sad thing
need to
is?
be exporting more than you're importing in order to have a very effective economy, which also ties into Sway's thing, where he says that he wants things to be at home so that they're providing more at home. That point I can concede to some extent, but there also need to be relationships outside as well. You cannot live in a world on your own. You are not alone in the world. You need to foster relationships with your neighbors in order for the world to go around. So I'm not saying that we can't even have a relationship with America. I just want the relationship for us to have more talking power.
So we're
You
now
know,
with the hurricanes that happen with the hurricanes that happen in Florida and stuff. How many billions or how many millions did Europe send to the U.S.? Can you tell me how many millions did Spain send over there? How many millions did Ukraine send or parents in the Paris Agreement? How many did the UK send? How many of these allies that we have outside sent to
the,
help the country inside for other people that are dying? Because yet when something happens outside, everybody wants a handout from the U.S. Can I get
Hold
some
on.
more, please?
Sway.
Can I get
Sway,
some
hold
more,
on.
please?
Sway.
there is
What are
there's
we getting?
there's more
Hold on.
to
No,
foreign
no, no, hold
aid
on.
than
Hold on.
it going both ways.
Ray,
Can I say
Like
go ahead.
something?
I can ask my rich neighbor. I can. What's the point of me giving my neighbor that flexes that they're the richest? What's the point of me giving them money if he's rich already? Why would a poor man give a rich man money? Why would I do that?
Yo,
Why
can I
does that
say
make
something?
sense? Your for example, your biggest thing is Ukraine, right? Like they're giving too much money to
Yo,
Ukraine, right? Ukraine is being invaded by Russia. You know why? There's a lot of oil there, and there's land for war.
Not
If
only that,
America stop
David. Not
funding
only that,
Ukraine, Russia
If
takes
Trump was
Ukraine.
president, would that happen?
Russia takes
If
Ukraine, and
Trump
then
was
it
still president,
Russia
would that
gains more
happen?
power. Huh?
If Trump was still president, would that happen? Yes or
You don't
no?
know. You don't know.
Yeah, you
You
Ray,
don't
Can I
know.
say
Ray,
You
something,
don't
yes
know.
or no?
please? Please.
I don't know. I don't know.
Davian,
That's
that
that.
is, listen,
Let
Davian.
me
We
talk.
know, Davian. We know. You know why
No,
we know,
bro.
Davian? Because that man has a sworn enemy in Putin, and he would not allow that to happen by any
No, you
means.
don't know that.
I
You don't
cannot,
know.
I cannot talk anything else for Donald Trump, but I know that for sure. We know this,
No,
Davian. Don't act like we don't know this, Davian.
no.
Bro,
I
let me
would
Let
let
me
say
talk.
it's
bro
it's
let
unlike,
let
but the thing is,
But
America, our
but
president
but
is only
but but
president for
but but,
four
but,
years. Our president is
but
only president for
But
four
Ray,
years.
Ray,
In
Ray,
Russia,
talk, bro.
we have
Let Ray talk.
Davian, we
I
have
want
Ray
to hear
on
what he has to
standby for
say.
like half hour now.
oh,
Let
sorry,
him make
Rich.
him
Sorry, bro.
question.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sway.
Yeah.
Okay. You talk about where is our help when we're in deep trouble, right? We had help. We bombed them. We bombed Japan. Japan was our help. We treated them like
Mm,
shit. What do you expect us to get help back? We bombed them.
true.
We cause a lot of trouble with relationships. And this is the problem with us. Like, listen, I love my country because of the history that my people put into it. Um, I can't say I don't like the states. I do. I love it. I love the connections that blacks and Latinos have. Some not all white people are bad. I don't want to say that because they're cool too. But I want to say one thing. The problem is, bro, we have these allies and we tend to burn bridges. I want to ask you this way. You're a fan of Trump, obviously, right?
There's
I'm a fan. I'm
there
a
is
fan
a
of whoever
fucking
puts the
MAGA
country first.
background on
Hold
there.
on.
Make
Hold
America
on.
first.
Stop.
I'm a fan
Let
of
me
whoever
ask
puts
you
the
this.
country first.
Let me ask you this. You're a fan of Trump, right? The last speech, if I'm not mistaken, one of his people that sponsored him called Puerto Rico a garbage can. And you're Latino. How do you feel about that?
Like man, I just like you were saying a couple minutes ago. I could with one hand, I could say how many presidents have actually helped the Latinos, and they will never help them. But yet, you know what? All the people that are watching on YouTube, get it hurt yourself because what I'm about to tell you the truth is the truth. Latinos run the country. Deport all the Latinos. Try them. Deport them all. Go ahead.
And you see something.
Try me.
Yo,
Deport all the
yo,
Latinos. And
y'all
then
run the
have
country for
your
real.
your your
For
whatever
real.
person, I'm not gonna name races. Have other races or not Latinos go do what the Latino does.
Dave
Go ahead.
Chappelle
Go ahead.
put
Do
it.
it. Like
Dave Chappelle said a funny joke. He said if Donald Trump builds that wall, the people that are gonna build that wall are the Mexicans. So it don't make no sense for
like
that wall to
I
be
don't
built because he gonna need
Yeah.
Mexicans to build it.
to be honest with you, like I don't support Kamala or Trump. They're both they're not gonna they're both puppets of a greater organization behind them. I was talking to a Venezuelan friend who said, well, I told him, what do you think was going on with Venezuela? And he said, Maduro is just the face of the puppet. He's just a puppet for the organization behind him. The ones who control him
No,
are
it's not
so and
on
so
here.
and so and so. He started naming people, and I said, nah, it can't be right. He goes, no, it is right. And for me, it's always been like that. On politics is the same thing. On politics is the same thing. You're gonna have one person is gonna be the face, right? Like the coach, right? The coach is the face of the team. But who runs the
Yeah.
team? The coach or
True,
the
true,
players?
true.
The
The
players,
board, the
right?
board.
Right?
Yeah. All right.
And
Fair,
so
fair enough.
what I'm saying is I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Kamala Harris supporter. I'm supporting the people that put the country first. And
Okay.
if you're not going to put the country first, you don't have my support. If you're going to put
Yeah,
the
but
country first
Is
and
the
you're
thing
gonna
is
help the country, I'm gonna put you first.
here's the thing. You put all right, put the country first. All right. The thing is what happened when these people put the country first? They have excluded the agenda for Latinos and blacks. So
That's always going to happen, though.
I can't agree with that statement. I understand what you're saying because you're making valid points and you've been right pretty much the whole time. But the thing is, when you put the country first, we get left out. So
wait, 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 wait,
I
wait, wait,
can't go
wait.
with that
You know,
statement.
I've been disagreeing with Sway for a lot of things, but I believe any presidential or leader should put their people first. Their people should always come first. The Prime
No,
Minister of
it's the
Jamaica, he
country,
should
not
put
Sway.
Jamaicans first. He should put Jamaica
But
first.
here's the
His
thing:
mandate is
Donovan,
serving his
bro,
country.
you're
He's
not
not serving
putting
the world. He serves his
Donovan,
country.
you're not putting yourself in the shoes. Jamaicans have 100. There's 100% black people on that island.
No, it's
It's
not.
different.
It's not.
Different.
No, no, no,
Stop
bro,
it.
bro,
It's
bro, bro,
different. Don't
bro.
put
But
the
that's the thing.
comparison.
The country saying that you should serve your country first doesn't mean that he's saying that you should only serve a percentage or a certain
Bro,
people in
but
the
that's
country.
what
So,
America means, dude. You know, I'm telling you, that's what it means. Yo, it's always been like that. It's always like we put our country, bro, but they don't. They exclude us. That is a message. It is a message that you're not seeing. They exclude us from that agenda.
so you don't feel like you're American?
I feel like, listen, just like Sway, I feel like I'm the blood and sweat and tears of America. But I feel like the what they call a so-called American, no, I do not feel that way.
What is an American?
From all right, so an American from what their definition is
No,
is
what is an
living.
American? I want your definition.
What is my definition of American? All right, my definition of American is a person is a person that respects, loves, honors the person, neighbor, um, comes together as a country. These people that say put America first,
Hold on. That's not a definition of American. I do that, and I'm Jamaican.
it's not. So what is the definition then?
American, someone born in America. Someone
Somebody
an
born
American
in
passport.
America.
That's an American.
But see, then you can say a South American's
So
American.
so then
'Cause
I'm an
they're technically
American.
born in
If I was
America.
born
Yeah,
in Central America, then I'm American.
yeah. That's an
If I
Guys,
was
American.
born in
guys,
South
guys,
America, then
this
I'm
is the
American.
question of nationality versus heritage.
Yeah,
Exactly.
nationality. What's your nationality? What's your passport saying?
My
But
passport
that's what
says
makes you an American. That's what gives you the right to vote.
it does give me the right to vote, bro. But you're not. Listen, I listen. This
So
is
so
why.
Davin, so if you have a Spanish passport, you're Spanish. You're no longer Jamaican.
Yeah, you're no longer Jamaican.
You're Spanish.
Mhm. I'm
Theo.
ethnic wise in Jamaican. No,
Hostia,
you know, to have a
joder.
Spanish passport, you have to denounce your other country. You have to denounce your other
You just
nationality.
said it. You
In
just said it though.
Jamaica, you
What does your
can't have dual
passport say?
Bro,
citizenship
watch
anymore
this.
What does
anyway
your
if you're
No,
going to
passport
you
be in
say?
don't have to
If
politics.
your
denounce. You don't
passport
have to
says
denounce,
Spanish,
David. You don't have to
you're
denounce.
Spanish.
You don't have to
Hmm?
be.
You
See
don't
what I'm
have to
saying?
No,
denounce if you're Spanish,
you're
David. You
Spanish.
can
I
have
have
a
a
dual
Spanish passport. I'm
citizenship.
Spanish. I can say I'm Spanish. If I never show my Jamaican passport and I go somewhere else and
Now,
I
now
show my
let
Spanish
me ask you,
passport,
Davin.
for all
Let me ask
intention
you.
purposes, I'm Spanish.
Let me ask you. Would you be accepted and
That
respected
sounds
as a
horrible.
Spanish person just because your passport says you're Spanish?
Doesn't
Would you
matter.
be
Every
respected
form
and
I check,
accepted as a
I can.
Spanish citizen just because you have a Spanish passport?
I,
Would
Yeah,
you
but
be
every
David,
accepted
form I
in the
check, I would
community,
be Spanish. Every
in
form
the
that I
David,
fill
neighborhood,
out, every legal
everything?
document, I can fill it out and say I'm Spanish. And all intention purposes, I would be Spanish. Legally, I
David,
would be Spanish.
let me translate, David, what they're saying. What they're saying is, yes, I'll be American on paper, But will I be treated as an American on the street? That's a whole different question.
That's a
That's
different
the
context now.
question.
But that's what I'm saying. What is
Exactly.
an American? Like you still need a definition. Like if we can't define terms, then we're left trying to figure out what it means, and then we'll never get anywhere.
But you know, by definition, Davian, I don't think black people can be American.
Can't be.
Because in the Constitution itself, it said that a black person is 1/3 of a human.
Yeah.
And if you're not a human, or you can be a citizen itself. By
One third
definition from the
America.
Constitution.
That these things can
So,
change as well. All right,
when?
guys. We have time, and we're debating semantics and getting
Yeah,
into the
come
nitty
on.
gritty. I
Come
have
on,
five
come on.
questions left for everyone, and then we can call it a night, and we can have
Only
a
if you
good
promise,
night.
only if you promise Davian to stop playing devil's advocate.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Stop.
Only
You
if you
want me to
promise.
agree with everything I said?
No.
Nah, man.
But
Yo, you're not.
we want you
listen,
to
You're putting.
not be
yourself-
the river currents.
Look,
Don't let
all
us
I'm
swim
gonna
up
say, all I'm
against the
gonna say
It's
is
a
current.
this.
boring conversation if we
Listen.
agree on everything.
Like, watch. All I'm gonna say is this.
One thing. This is the
Go ahead.
problem because a lot of my family is Jamaican. This is the problem I have with. This is the problem I have with them. They don't see the American. They don't put themselves in American shoes, and that's why I had a problem telling one of my uncles. I was like, "Listen, bro, you come from a country where there's all black people. You need to stop putting. You need to stop. Take your mind out of Jamaica. Put yourself in the United States shoes. Now see the problem for what it is. You have to see the problem for what it is. I know
Yep.
you're saying voting is a big thing, but show me where. Why have we voted and nothing has changed? You see how we take baby steps? Dude, it's been 80 years since we had civil rights problems.
Baby steps is better than no steps.
Why have we only moved a little inch?
It's better to move an inch every day.
No, I can't deal with that.
Change.
I don't like that. I don't like it, man.
No.
Look,
it's sad.
all I'm gonna
You're
say,
giving up then. You're giving up, Ray. You've given up.
All I'm gonna
You've
say,
given
because
up,
I gotta bounce. I gotta bounce. But all I'm gonna say is this: it's easy to judge when you're outside.
True. I can attest to that.
You know, it's easy to say. It's easy, for example, if a couple, right, breaks up and they get divorced, everybody else is like, "Oh my God, he cheated on her. No, she cheated on him." Murmuring, right? All this stuff. But the only people that were inside the house know exactly what happened. So we could be talking about, oh yeah, this and Kamala and Trump and the people and this and that stuff. But the people that are inside, for example, my family, my brothers, my sister, my mom, my dad, the ones who always complain, people that I know that complain, they tell me they barely make enough to survive.
Mhm.
Those are the people I'm listening to. Because the people outside, like they're talking and saying, oh, this and that, they can talk all they want, right? But they don't know the actual truth of what's happening inside. And then on November 5th, we'll know exactly if the country is gonna be better or be worse.
Okay.
And I go and I hope it's better because my dream and my goal is to get the hell out of Spain and get back in the US. And that's my objective and that's my mission. And so I hope that the country goes good
That's
because
not my
I'm going back.
objection, but I feel you on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. I understand what you guys are saying. Like, I will never understand what it's like to grow up in America. Ray, can you mute?
I'm okay.
I can never understand what it is like to grow up in America as a black man. I'll never feel what it feels like. I will never feel the same level of empathy or the same level of discrimination that you face as a Latino, you face as a black man in America. All I can see is it from the outside. That's all I can say. And I can try to identify with it. Jamaica might be a predominantly black country, but we still suffer not from racism, from classist issues, where the people that have lighter skin complexion, they are the ones that control everything. So though the 1%ers in our country look just like the ones in your country. There's not much difference there. I have 5 more questions. So if you have to go. I have 5 questions and I want everyone to answer them straight off the bat.
I can answer them quick and then I bounce because I got to bounce. But
one. What's the worst outcome if Trump wins the election or if Kamala wins the election? And you guys can think about that answer. What's the worst outcome? What will be the worst thing to happen to the world if Kamala wins? what would be the worst thing that will happen to the world if Trump wins?
Okay, I'll go first. I'll go
No, no,
first.
no. Let's wait. Go first because he has to jump.
Okay.
Look, I'm gonna put it this way. If Trump wins, there's gonna be a lot of feathers ruffled around the world. That's all I'm gonna say, because
Mm.
the man has a big mouth. He says comes out of his cojones, like they say here in Spain, and he's just gonna say like whatever comes out of his mind, right? And it's gonna
Mhm.
ruffle some feathers outward anywhere in the world, especially what's going situation going on with Putin, Ukraine, situation with the BRICS, situation with Venezuela, all that stuff is gonna ruffle some feathers. If Kamala wins, I think it's the world's gonna stay the same. Things aren't really gonna change. I think maybe she'll do some things in her first term just to like show that she's trying to change stuff around the world. We're starting to keep giving money to a lot of people outside. Maybe she'll be like, she'll try to make peace with Ukraine and Russia, but it won't work out, and a bunch of other things. All I'm saying is, no matter where it goes, it's gonna ruffle feathers,
Oh,
right?
okay.
It's gonna make people uncomfortable either way. So
But the
for
world won't end. The world
I
won't end.
think I think I think if she wins, yes, a woman president. All the girls, oh my God, yeah, we have a woman president, right? Woohoo! Just like we had a black president. She's woman and she's colored. Great. Power to the people, power to that, because we got somebody color, right? If he wins, damn, racism and the country divided, and all these white people feeling supreme above everybody else, and et cetera, right? So that's my point of view. Eh, which way is it gonna go? We'll see after it happens. Is it gonna be good? Is it gonna be bad? Time will tell. That's what I say. Time will tell.
Okay. Fair enough, man. Thank you so much for joining us and have a good night. Take care of your family. Protect them first.
Thanks for
Always,
joining, sir.
bro.
We
Look, I'm gonna
appreciate
tell you
it.
this:
Thank you.
God, family. I'm sorry, God, me, my family, everybody else. Always.
At least everybody else is on the finger and you still have another one for something else.
Everybody else.
All right. Peace out,
Thank you,
bro.
Sui.
Respect. Much respect. All right. Same question to you, Ray. Tonil and I don't really have to answer these questions because we don't have a vote.
Okay. So
We just have a chat.
um
We can say anything about it.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right, so let me break it down. I would say, Trump wins. I think this will be a reminder to black people, especially people of color, where we're going to see the country go. Is our voice going to be heard? Are we going to be able to get over that hump that we've been struggling with for decades? Is he going to be the person to give us those jobs? Is he going to be the person to give us that income that we need, that financial stability that the hood's been preaching, especially the people that come from there? Is he going to be able
Generational
to do that?
wealth.
Is he going to be able to do that? Um, and listen, I don't like either candidate, so I don't want this. I don't want people to go over their head and say, "Oh, he's going for Kamala because she's black." Listen, I don't like either candidates. I'm actually gonna call myself out here and say that I
That's the last
was
thing of the
a
phone.
Trump supporter not too long ago because
Knew you had that red jacket for a reason.
this is orange, dog. Stop it. Listen, so yeah, so I mean, I was a Trump supporter, and I was a Trump supporter because he was preaching jobs, and I was just like, yo, my people are always suffering with jobs. We don't know what it's like to have that inheritance to give to the next person in line. We don't know what that's like. And that's all I was thinking. But I was an idiot, and I'm going to say that on here. I was an idiot for thinking he was going to be the savior of that. I was an idiot. I had to do my
Yeah.
research. I had to do that, and I'm going to admit that. And I don't like to admit nothing. I'm a tourist. I don't like to admit nothing. I'm very stubborn in that sense. But
I know
I
he speak
listen,
Spanish.
listen. I want people, especially black people, to have the same love that they had for Obama that they
Hmm.
have for Kamala Harris,
Okay.
right? Because if we can show that support for Obama and not know any of his policies, we should be able to do that for Kamala Harris. And that's going to
Okay.
show you our love for black women because black men have lost that love, right?
Be very
We
careful in
don't
our area.
show them that type of respect, and like we can get that back, bro. Like I don't know, man. I think we need to show the same support that we did with Obama. And like, who knows? You know, I'm not saying she's the best candidate. Unfortunately,
But
she just happens to be the one. Um, and we just need to see where she's gonna go with it. You know,
Yeah.
have an open
but
mind, bro.
Tony, what do you
but
think? What do you think?
but Ray, you have to be careful, you know. There's this saying in America, not all skin folk are kin folk, you
But
know.
listen, I prefer it
Not
to be
not
a
but, not only because the candidate looks like us and acts the same way as us, that means they will do things in our benefits.
But
You
here's
have to
the
be
thing,
very careful of that.
Tonell. Here's the thing, Tonell.
Hmm.
Listen, here's
No,
the
as
thing.
in me hear everything you say, I'm agree with most of what you say,
Yeah,
you
but
know.
here's the thing. I would
Yeah.
rather it look like us and make a mistake than it be somebody else because we could teach
You
each
feel
other.
a little bit better.
We could teach each other. Yes, but it's we could teach each other. There's the thing.
Hmm.
I don't like we. Here's the thing about black people, man. We lose hope in each other very quickly, and we
Hmm.
go to the other side quickly,
Low self-esteem.
quickly.
Yeah, these things were placed on us, you know, Ray.
Yeah. All right. All
No,
right.
man,
I understand what you're saying,
show
Ray.
us the love. Like show
All
her the
right.
love like we did
So
Obama,
so
man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Ray, I will be the
so
devil's
that means
advocate. I will never vote for someone because they have a certain complexion or agenda. I vote more logical. I vote based on policies that they change. I vote based on their manifestos. Not because someone
mm,
is black, not because someone is white, Latino, Asian. If they're running in my country, I'll never vote based on that. That is gonna get you in more trouble. Because all the white people are gonna vote for the white man, all the black people are gonna vote for the black man. Who has a bigger
I'm not
population will
saying that.
win.
I'm not saying that. I agree with you, but it's not fair that we showed Obama love and we didn't show Kamala. That's not
Two
fair.
different people. Two different people.
How
Just
is it two
because
different
Kamala is a
people?
woman
Did
and
you
and a black woman
hold on? Did you
that
didn't know
doesn't mean
about
she's
hold on?
entitled to your vote, bro.
You didn't know about Obama before he got elected. Don't say here you say you didn't because you didn't know who he was.
I'm Jamaican. Of course, I didn't know about Obama. Like,
I mean, I'm American. I didn't know about Obama, but I like that a brother was in the house. And don't sit here and tell me you didn't like it.
I liked it because it was an inspiration. Like it showed that
And
Marcus
listen, I
Garvey's
could do
word
and I could
finally
do
pierced
and
the
I could do
American institution, and
and
Obama
why
did not
why can't we show that
freaking
love for
expunge
Kamala
his
Harris?
criminal record, which is
Why?
something that I'm pissed about to this very day. That's my biggest issue with Obama.
First, and why can't we show that love to Kamala Harris?
I'm not saying you can't. Like, if I can't vote in the election, but I'm just saying never reduce your vote down to a person's
to
complexion
I'm
or
not.
gender.
Listen, my vote. He's not even running. Bernie Sanders. That's an
Yeah,
old white dude. He's not even running. That's my vote. He's not
yeah.
even in. He's not even in the election, which I think he would be the best change for America.
Well, that's why you have a vote. Use your voice, man. Talk up. If all the people
Stop
that
it.
love Bernie would have
Don't go
talked up,
there. Don't go
use
there
your
yet.
voice.
Stop it.
Use your
Don't
voice.
do.
If you
Don't
guys,
stop
so
it.
many people are saying they wanted Bernie, but when it was time for Bernie,
Stop
where
it.
were they?
Stop it. You know that voice crap does not work in America. You stop it. Go ahead.
All right. Next question. Um, what do you think is the biggest issue faced in America, and who do you think can fix it?
The biggest issue. Wow. The biggest issue is healthcare for sure. You know, America has what over 350 million people. Um,
mm,
I don't
Roughly.
even think half of the. I don't even think half
roughly.
of those people even have healthcare, man. And I think it's a big problem, man. We have a big obesity crisis. People need healthcare. You know what I'm saying? I just think in order to live, you need to be able to have that resource, being able to go to the doctor. Countries like Spain, Europe, you know, it's just normal to them. People look at me weird when I say I have to pay for my healthcare. You know what I'm saying? So that is the biggest problem I think in the states is healthcare for sure.
Okay,
Mm.
okay. Tony, what do you think is the biggest problem facing America? Even though you're not American.
Me kind of
Yeah.
believe, Ray, with the healthcare, and I also want to say, based on some of my experiences and my cousins and aunties and things that who live there talk about these things. The same food security issue, you
Food.
know, giving healthy food to your citizens, you
Hmm.
know, not letting a can of Coca-Cola cost less than a bottle of water, things like that,
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would say those two are the biggest issues: food security and the same issue that Ray said.
Okay. And
Yeah.
which president do you guys think, Ray, the echo?
Oh,
Yeah. Which president do you think would be the best in solving like some of the global conflicts going on right now? Which president do you think would do a better job in that? Go for it, Ray.
Can I answer?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
no,
yeah.
go Ray, go. All right.
all right.
Yeah. I think I think Kamala Harrison,
Aris.
because she I believe she will be used in the same way that Obama was used back then. And let me explain how. Because you know that each president them have different type of mandates, right? Them have a local mandate and them have an international mandate, right? Kamala has a nice smooth face, a nice touch. You know, she's a woman. You know, people look at these things. You look at these things when you're going like partner with people or make like certain decisions, for example, right? So I believe she would be a good face to win basically the hearts of of international people and be able to link with the African countries, being a woman of color. You know what I'm saying? And yeah,
Yeah, okay.
that's really
Ray,
just
what
it.
about you?
Is really much about the face card, honestly. The face card. She's a softer candidate, you know, than Trump. You know, Trump is more,
So she's more
braggadocious.
palatable for negotiations, you're saying,
Basically.
for
So
foreign
that is why
policy.
she would win it in that aspect, I would say.
Ray, what about you?
Yeah, man. Me I agree with my brother Tanil. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Because I think yeah, she's a woman, man. And I think we're just ready for change. I think the states, we've seen a bunch of old white dudes in the office. I think it's time for a little bit
Mm.
of a culture change, and I think the other countries would be more open, I think, to doing deals with us, just to have a better relationship. I think women are better with communication, and I think it would be just a new idea. You know what I'm saying? I think it would be a positive one. So I would say in this case, in these times that we're living in, I think she's the better candidate for sure.
Yeah. Who's gonna question to rebut what you guys are saying? You're saying because she's a softer candidate, which is something I think she's essentially not. She would probably be the tougher negotiator because based on her legal background
Absolutely
and
No,
such
not.
like that.
that's why I
Absolutely
said
not.
but
She's
face
not a
card,
tougher
face card,
negotiator.
face card.
Like how she presents. Yep.
Yeah, she, as you said, she's more palatable. She looks like a
No, I
softer
didn't say that.
candidate.
I'm
She
saying
looks like
I
somebody.
summarize
She
you're
looks like
saying.
somebody you can love and somebody you can sit down and talk to.
Yeah,
That will
but
talk back to you
I
with
don't
reason.
think Putin wants to sit down and talk with someone that he loves, bro. I don't think that would be very beneficial.
I don't think
Like,
Putin will
if you
sit down
don't
and talk with
respect
any
the person sitting
American.
across from you, that's problematic. If you don't respect the next person and you don't have any fear of what they're gonna do, you're gonna be like, "Oh, this is just a woman." That's what I'm hearing, guys. That's what I'm hearing. She's a woman, so she they're gonna come to the table and negotiate with her. I don't think these men from the chauvinistic and
No,
misogynistic countries will have the same feeling
Here's the
no,
thing.
Davin. I didn't
because
say
they
because she
don't
was a
view women as
woman.
equals.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. She
Hmm.
might not have that. I 100% agree with you. She might not have that. But here's what she does have. She has a younger crowd. She has a younger support team. That's the thing. That's the whole thing to this. Having it,
Bro,
don't wait, don't look at me crazy now. Let me finish. Let me finish. When you have a younger generation on your side, it makes it a little bit better. And listen, in order for you, don't let me finish. I see the facial expression. Let me finish.
You ready for tag? Ready for
Yeah,
jump?
you ready for? He's ready.
I'm
Listen,
getting froggy.
listen. When you have a younger generation on your side, I think it's better in this case because able to build. You're able to build a process in order to go in a
Yeah.
certain way. When you have older leaders like Trump, Trump is only seeing it from the rich people and from the older people's side of view. Yes, he has a lot of young followers. He does. But the thing is, that can cause problems with communications from other countries. Russia is a big problem, but Russia is not every other country. Kamala Harris is liked by every other country. That is the thing. You need somebody that is likable, like
So
Obama. Even though
she's
they
ruling
might
with
not have,
love,
hold on,
and Trump is
even though,
ruled with fear.
hold on. Even though they might not have done shit, the face, like Tony said, I can. If you have a face where you look like, oh look, he looks like somebody can talk. If you have that kind of face, it is better that way. I'm telling you, bro.
It's an unfair advantage
It's
that
an unfair advantage.
good looking people have in this world. People
Pretty
believe you
privileged,
more. They kind
David,
of,
bro.
you're like a
David, we
magnet.
have that face, brother. We have the
Bro,
face.
bro. Here I'm saying, um, Kamala calls up Putin. Putin's not even Putin's not gonna care that she's that a woman. He's not gonna fuck. Kim Jong Un not gonna give a fuck. Guy in China not gonna give a fuck.
Okay, you're naming three. All right, those are big house.
Those are
All
three
right.
enemies in another vein. Talk about people who are not known enemies of the USA.
Well, if I
What
don't
about
need
the
to
what about the
talk as much,
European
I
Union?
need to be able to ensure that my enemies are in check.
What about the European Union? They accept Kamala Harris.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they will accept anyone that's in power in America. They will have to.
No, they don't. Nope, that's not
But
true.
Davin, that
You might
also
not like
counts for
someone, but you still have to
something.
do business with them.
But that also counts for something, Davin. You know why that counts for something?
Yeah.
Because if you have three big superpowers against you, but you have the whole of the rest of the world with you, I'm sure it makes a difference. It make a difference, man.
Not all these
What's the
rest.
difference?
It make. I'm not saying it makes a difference because if there's another world war, it's your friends that are gonna come to your aid.
All
But
right.
it's
Yo, you
better to
keep playing
prevent
devil's
a
advocate.
war than to win a war. It's better to
Stop playing
prevent a
devil's
war
advocate, man.
than to win a war.
Yeah, you're right.
Stop
You're
playing
right.
devil's
Way
advocate.
better.
Stop it. Stop. Listen. Stop.
Bro, even if you win a war, you still suffer losses.
Stop.
Are you really going to object to that? Are you going to really object to that point?
Damn well, David, you know damn well that man is not good for that country. You know damn well he's not good for the country. Stop playing devil's advocate. Stop asking these damn questions. He did his job and he got kicked out
man.
for a reason. Why?
All right.
What? Here's my question to you, David.
Oh, wait. Before you guys, after Race finish speaking and I rebut, and we're gonna answer questions from the comments, and then we're gonna
Yeah.
wrap it up. So drop your questions. I'll
Let me give them
see
a
if you're
give them
ready,
a
and we
tune.
appreciate. And if you haven't liked, share, and subscribe yet, please do so. And
To to be
thank you.
to be to be very honest, Davi, the comment section has been livid. People are arguing there. We should
Yes,
check
I
out some
love
of the
it. I love
comments.
it, and we're
I
gonna have
love
to
it. I
get to
love
some of
it.
their
You know what?
points.
You know
I've
what?
never seen the
Bring
comment
them.
section
Bring
this
them.
lively
Bring them.
before.
Bring them.
I
Yeah.
love it.
So Ray, finish your point, and let's go
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the comment section.
Let's go to the comment section. Let's go to the comment section. Go
All right,
ahead.
let's go right now.
You know everything.
Let's go.
Okay, first thing in the comment section. What do you think about black officers and policemen? Like, what do you think about that?
Ooh.
All right, so look at this now.
Ooh. Go ahead.
Sometime for Babylon to fall, you have to get an agent inside of Babylon and do the works from inside. You know the movie called The Spook at the Door? Is it called that?
I
This
don't
yeah,
know
this
which movie you're
the
talking about, bro.
spook, yeah, the spook at the door. So let me look it up right now. So this movie is about a guy who infiltrated the FBI,
Mhm.
right? The spook who sat by the door. Like the spook who sat by the door is a man who infiltrated the FBI and he basically evoked some changes within the CIA. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know,
So the
sometimes you have
best
to get
way
some
to
people
change a
inside.
system is from within. That's what I just
No,
heard.
no.
That's what I just
Mm-mm.
heard, bro.
But as I always tell you, Davim, there are many ways to the mountain top, but the view at the top is the same.
Okay.
You
So this
can
is
get
just
rid of
one
the
way.
system overall to and start your new ideology, not system. You can start an ideology. You can erase the system.
All
So
right,
that's
fair
one
point.
way.
Ray, what
No.
about you?
Can you repeat it again? Repeat the question.
What do you think about black policemen,
Okay.
black officers and policemen? What role do they play, etc.? I think that's where this question is going.
Yeah. Okay. That's a great question. That's a great question.
Add
Unfortunately,
something else.
man, I when I see a brother in a police uniform, it's hard for me to accept it. And
Mhm.
like we talked about this on the podcast earlier, it's just that system, man. That system was created right after we became free, and it's kind of hard for me to let go of something like that. But here's the thing: I'm not saying the people in the uniform are bad. I'm saying the what they represent is bad.
The system,
The
police
system,
system.
but I do think it could be a good thing because it could represent change. But we've
Yeah.
seen too many stories of brothers in uniform being the worst on the scene, worse than the racist
Okay.
white man, right? And I've seen it so many times, so many stories of black police officers treating black people like crap. So I don't know. It's very difficult. It's a very difficult question to answer. Very
Okay.
very
And
difficult
well,
question to
now
answer.
somebody asked me a specific question, David. Somebody said, "So would you respect a black policeman or consider him a sellout?" Honestly, it can be both. You know, depends on what you. All right. I would like to sit down and talk to the person and ask them, what was their reason for joining the police force? Was your reason joining there? Were you? Are you joining because it's a job? Are you joining to evoke change, or are you joining just to pass time
Okay.
and
Hold
watch
on, hold on,
everything
hold on.
happen?
Hold on, Antonio. That means your color. No, you're not
Great
painting with the
question.
same brush there, so you're not painting with the same brush there. So I don't like that
Talk
response,
to me.
bro.
Why?
I don't like that response because you're giving this man a chance to sell himself. No, no, did he? Like I was
No, what are you
wait.
talking about?
You're
Nah.
giving this man a chance to show his case, right? Why won't you give other policemen the same opportunity?
Because they asked me about black police officers.
No, but you can't say you will do
So
this
I'm
to the black
answering
ones,
for
but no,
black
that's
police
like
officers.
you're not gonna do it for the rest. You don't care what the
They
reasons the
asked me
others join.
about black police officers, Davian.
All right,
Yeah,
sir.
you
All
keep
right.
Don't be
you
like the
keep
people.
playing
Don't be
devil's
like the people
advocate,
that
bro.
after
You
people
keep
say Black Lives Matter, they say all lives matter.
No, I'm not
Don't be
saying
like
that, bro. I'm
those
not
people,
saying that,
Davian.
bro.
bro. They
I'm
just
not saying that. All I'm saying is your logic can apply another way, right?
It could be.
Because
But they
I
asked me specifically about black officers.
I don't think I would say that majority of people that become police officers, I would like to think that they join it for the right reasons. That's what I would like to believe.
Well, I would
I
like to
don't
believe
believe
that, Davian.
I don't people believe people join the police force to go be corrupt. Obviously, there's always going to be a percentage
listen.
that
I
do
would
it.
Like
I
that.
would
But
like
I
to
have
give
family members and friends that are police officers, and I know them personally. I know their intentions are pure. So whenever they get cast in the same light, I feel somewhat like, well, I know this. I like, for instance, my little niece just graduated, and this is my little niece that I freaking grew up, changed her diapers all the way up, right? And she just graduated from the academy, and
and
I
I know
know
you ain't
her,
lying.
and I'm not gonna be like, well, she joined with the wrong intentions, because I know
Mhm.
her as a person, and I know she will make decisions, based on the morals that are in her family. I'm not saying that she can change, but I don't think she will, because I know her. I can vouch for her. I would probably put my life on the line for her. You know what I'm saying? So there are people like that, bro, and everyone has a family member like that that might be a police officer as well. My issue with
Mhm.
policing, if we go back to this topic, is the system. It's not the people in it, it's a system. And even though you might say the people make up the system, but if you have a system designed to corrupt the individuals that become a part of it, if you don't change the system, it's always going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Bad boys. What you gonna do?
What you gonna
What you gonna
do
do when them come
when
for
they come
you?
for you?
Nah,
True,
man,
true.
me
All
not
right, next
trust no
question.
police
Let's
officer. Them go upon them yard, me not care, you know.
someone asked
Ah,
Um, let's see. Next question. Da, 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 da. I don't want to. Let's see something about Kamala. Someone's like, who's gonna fear a woman?
Who's gonna fear a woman? White man.
Why not? Why would they not
Yeah,
fear a woman?
yeah. Someone responded that Merkel was a
A
woman.
woman is
Angela
a more
Merkel.
dangerous thing to the status quo, you know.
Yeah, women
Yeah,
have
that
power, bro. And that's the
a
thing.
woman is
Like
the
a lot
most
of men
dangerous
don't
thing
realize that the
because
power that women have,
because
and they don't
she's the
respect it.
first educator, you know. She's the first educator.
First, yeah.
Your first God,
First
your
God
first
woman.
love, your first
Mm-hmm.
educator, your first everything. If she can steer you on the right path and keep you on the right path, then the rest is that's
Yeah.
it.
They're God. Really, they're really
So
God.
so there is
We're just in
everything.
their
There's
presence.
everything to fear about a woman.
Yeah. Big time.
Okay. All
Big
right.
time.
Yeah.
What do you think about black celebrities that don't spend a single dollar to help the black communities in the USA?
Ooh, this is a good one.
I have a
Ooh.
theory for this.
Let me go first. Ooh, this is
Yeah,
a
man,
great
go
one.
real.
This is a great one. One thing that I admire about Jamaica, yo, is that you see a lot of dancehall artists, a lot of reggae artists doing a lot of big things in communities, right? They're either giving book backpack drives, they're giving food out. Um, they have mom and pop stores in the communities. The thing about the states is it's you don't see that much. You don't see that much of these rappers, a lot of these
Hmm.
singers. You don't see the effort that needs to be put in the communities, right? Look at Chicago, man. Chicago is one of the murder capitals, right? One of the murder capitals. You're gonna tell me Kanye West, Little Dirk, G Herbo, all these dudes come
Lil
from
Durk is in
Chicago.
prison, bro.
You're gonna tell
In jail.
me you're gonna t- you're gonna tell me that you can't you have all that money, you can't fix that problem. It is a sad situation, bro, because a lot of these kids look up to these rappers, right? Um, when you go into the black community, you're gonna hear three things: rap, basketball, um, what's the other one? Actor,
Football.
whatever. We are inspired by these people, and that so little is being done, and so little is being put back into the community. It needs to change, bro, because with the power that we have, and nothing is impossible, bro. Nothing.
Is a mentality, Ray.
Nothing.
Is a
We literally
mentality.
have the key
Is a mentality.
to bro. There's a reason why you go to every country, you see our style, you see the music, you see the movies,
Hmm.
you see the body parts now, the lips, the hair, right?
The yash, the yash.
The why are we so powerful in other places, but when it comes to giving back to our communities, when it comes to helping each other out, we don't know how to do that. So I think that needs to be solved. That needs to be
Yeah.
solved. It's a problem.
Yeah.
Daniel, anything to
I
add?
have this theory. I have this theory. You know. I didn't coin this theory. I actually got this train of thought from Sheung Kuti. He called these people the chosen blacks. You know, the ones who will be millionaires, the one who will be football players and make it and all of these things. And they try to use these people as examples of what our black people should be like. They use the professionals in entertainment and sports to basically give us our leaders. And they never look on other professionals like lawyers, political leaders. No. When you think about a black professional, you think about somebody who entertains, right? Even for example, when it comes, yeah, right, look at this now. Tell me if I'm wrong, Ray. For example, when the presidents would meet with somebody of the black community, will they usually meet with a politician? They always usually meet with a celebrity or a
Yes, yep.
sports person,
Yes. They
somebody who is
always lead.
influential
Yep.
to other black people because they won't go to the political ones because those ones they aren't pushing the idea which will go with the status quo. They're usually going against it. So they don't want us to group up and try to think like those people. They want us to play ball and entertain, sing and dance. Everything is good as long as we have a mic in our hand or a ball at our foot. They
All
don't
right.
want positive thinkers.
Yeah. Someone in
So
the comments said they earn the money themselves, so why should they spend it on the community?
because
Wow.
it's a community make your money.
Wow.
Without the community, you are nobody.
You're nobody. That is
Nobody. And every
nobody.
entertainer and sports person know this.
Listen, the community is gonna give you the light to get to the next part of your life. Community
Mm-hmm.
is everything. We are humans. We need community in order to grow.
Yeah, man.
All right. So I don't want to hear that crap. Whatever somebody said, that you need. Listen, you need community to grow.
Yeah,
Listen,
man.
whoever that person, you need community to grow. In order for you to be that successful person, you need to have people in your community and in your corner. All right. So I don't want to hear that. That doesn't make any sense.
Do you think? But do you think they have to do it? Like,
Yeah, if you want to be successful, if you want to be able to reach your full potential, and this is coming from me, and this is y'all. Look at y'all. Like we're in a whole different country, right? And we still got a community. Look how many people support your podcast. Your podcast is getting bigger every episode. It's because of the
Mm,
community. You need a community. I don't want to hear that garbage,
yeah.
bro.
yeah.
Come
But
on,
to be
next
honest, right,
question, man.
for me,
Next
if
question.
I'm to give back something, I'm not giving back because of my community. I'm giving back because of my feelings personally.
But
Like
you're
when I give
still
away
getting
something or do
right, but
something,
okay,
I do it based on how I feel. That's just
okay.
me.
But you're still
Like
giving
I don't
back.
be I don't think about giving back as a thing that I'm entitled to do. I think about it as something that I want to do. If you do something because you're entitled to do it, it takes away from it. It becomes
First,
more
Not
selfish.
necessarily,
first of
David.
all,
Not
that's
You know,
necessarily,
like
no.
that's
they will still be
that's a
good,
weird
but
flex.
it's
Yeah,
like
that's
somebody
weird.
gives something and then they post it on social media for the world to know, just
That's
because they
weird.
want to get the
Yeah,
validation
Oh, well, that's a different
from
thing. That's a
people. You
different
get what I'm
that's
thing.
saying?
weird. Yeah.
But if I'm giving back, obviously I'm gonna start at home first. When if I make it very successful, family, friends, and then I extend outwards. You get what I'm
Mm,
saying? To the
I
community, and then
understand
I
you.
go to a bigger community. So the more I
that's
earn,
normal.
or the more that I do, I'll personally do it. But not
Okay.
everyone will
See,
have
you're
that
doing
mindset.
okay.
Some people will be like, just me and my family, all the way to the top, and that's it.
Okay. So you're saying you do things based off your feelings, right?
Mm?
Right?
Yeah,
You're saying you
that's no for me.
okay.
I'm saying personally, bro. That's personal.
Personally. All right. So
Like
you
when
don't.
I do something for someone, I don't do it because I feel sometimes I do certain things because I feel entitled to it. Like I have an obligation to do it. I won't say
I
that I
mean,
don't, but
you're
for the
gonna have
majority,
to.
I do it because I want to.
I mean, yeah. If you're a social media influencer or a teacher, you're gonna have to do it some out of some force. You're gonna have to. That
No, you never have to. If I got rich and I said I don't want to give any money back to charity, no one can force me.
All
no, but
right. So look, David. Look,
I'm
David.
saying in the sense when it comes to like giving to your community. If you're a teacher, you have to give to your community. That's your job. You're a teacher.
Teachers give every day, bro. Even like their
Yeah, so
time.
I'm saying that's different. If you're an influencer or a teacher, it's kind of obligated to do so, right?
Yeah.
But
Like for me personally, when you mention rappers and stuff like that and artists, I feel they do more harm than good to communities.
yes, I hate that I have
Yes.
to agree with you. I hate that I have to
You
agree
hate it? Wow, you hate that you have to agree with me.
because it's my
Yeah,
Wow.
people.
but
It's our
still, them
people.
causes
What
them bring
do you?
Yeah.
I'm
destruction,
not
man.
jolly. I don't want to hear that crap. Like it's our people doing that. So of course, I hate to agree with you. But
Mhm.
yeah, it's a sad thing because, like I said before, going back to what I said, those are the people we look up to. Some of those people are God to us. Like we don't even look at our parents. We look at those people, and it's sad because they do the bare minimum. It only time it works is when somebody gets shot in their community. They have to see somebody die in order for them to wake up, and that is sad, bro.
Yeah.
No, it's
Sad.
sad. It's very
For
sad,
me
bro.
personally, I don't believe you have to do it, but you're supposed to.
It's good to.
And for me,
Nope. See,
that
here's the thing.
supposed to has more weight than the have to.
So Neil, Donovan, listen.
Hmm.
Y'all are both Jamaicans in Spain, correct?
Yeah.
Unfortunately for you two, you guys, because that's how when you're doing something different and outside of your community, unfortunately, you, regardless if you don't want the title or not, you are looked at as important, a role model. You have to be, even if you don't want that title. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but my contribution doesn't have to be financial.
it doesn't have to be financial, but you have to put a certain how do I say, you have to have a certain look, uh and you have to because of what you are doing right now. You're a Jamaican in Spain, right? People in your country are looking at you like, look at him, look what he's doing, right? Your
Fair.
family is probably saying, look at your uncle, look at your cousin, right? You are put
Hmm.
in that position regardless. And I don't think a lot of black people understand that. Me, you, Tanil, we're all put in a position where we have to take that regardless if we don't want it or not.
Hmm.
No, bro, I agree with that. I agree with that because every time I put out an episode of the podcast, the topics we talk about, I think about them and I think about who is listening to them. We could have started a podcast where we just talked about, like, initially when we just started, it was mainly superficial shit, and I it felt fun. It was fun, but a part of me didn't feel like I was doing anything to change anyone. You know what I'm saying? That's why we kind of
Yeah.
just like transition to a more serious. We still talk about relationships and stuff like that, but I like my most enjoyable conversations are when we're debating issues and topics that affect the wider world, because I'm hoping that if someone watches one episode and it changes one person for the better, and then that one person shares it or does something,
My job is done.
you get what I'm saying? So
I'm
my
happy. I'm
one little
happy.
voice, we get 60 views or 10 views or 15 people or 9 people watching now. If we actually have an effect on one of those, I'll go to bed feeling good. You
Hmm.
know?
For sure.
You get what I'm saying? So I trust me, I understand it, bro. Whatever I put out there, it's with the intention of it being good. And I hope to never compromise on that. I
Yeah,
really hope to
and
God that I never compromise that.
unfortunately, if you like it or not, you have pressure because even like even y'all even have pressure from my side. Like for like when I had y'all on the podcast, they were like, my family's like, yo, who are they? I was like, yo, they out in Spain. Like they're like, oh, like we thought you and your brother were the only real brothers. I was like, nah, the Jamaicans out in Spain. And like the fact that the people from my podcast know about y'all, they like that's even more pressure because they're black and they're just like, oh, okay, like now I gotta check up on them and see what they're doing and like
Mm.
how my kids or whatever can look at them as another source because like I said before, man, we grow up wanting to be sports players, actors, movie stars, right? But then when it
Not
comes
me.
along me, people like you, and we do something different, right? Now we're the trendsetters, right? So we unfortunately black men, we have to carry a lot on our plate, bro. A lot, a lot. Especially when you're outside of your community. They expect so much from you, bro. So
So
much.
you're saying we face a little bit more scrutiny.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, you feel that
100%.
pressure come. You know, I'm not gonna get into that.
Don't do
Like
it.
you're
Don't
lured
do
me
it.
into a
Don't do
conversation,
it.
and I'm like,
Don't do it.
I'll
Don't
drill.
do it.
I was zoned, zone in on it, and then I'll get a Ray crying or some shit.
Don't
All
do it.
right,
Don't do
all
it.
right, all right. I think we should call it there for a night. Ray, shout out your podcast. Anyone you want to shout out?
Yeah,
Tony, if you have
man.
any last words, if you have a song to add to the playlist, now's the
Yeah, man,
time.
we're adding a song to the playlist. I always add a song to
Song.
the playlist,
Okay.
man.
Yeah, man. I want to say first of all, I want to say thank you guys for having me on, bro. I love respect you guys seriously, man. We're gonna sit now that my job and everything is situated. Got a new job, new upgrade. I'm
Big up,
Nice.
definitely
big
make
up.
plans to come down there, bro, because I think a live podcast is needed.
Wow.
Um,
We need
I
it.
want
They
to,
need
yeah,
it.
we
They
need
need
it,
it.
man. We need it, man. And you guys have forever fans. Like I said, man, I'm gonna keep supporting you guys just like you support me. Love to see what you guys are doing. Continue to do that.
Yeah, man.
This is a question for the people out there, man. And this is kind of rhetorical. But who do y'all want to win, Kamala or Trump? And let us know in the comments. And I want to hear back from y'all fans and see what they think. Who do they think is gonna win? But yo, these next 4 years are gonna be crazy, and I think not just Americans. I think we all need to pay attention to this election, and let's see what happens, bro. And I want to give a shout out to my co-host Tion and Andre. Shout out to Andre and Tion. Just to call podcast. We're a little bit of a hiatus right now, but we're coming back better than ever. I promise you.
Yeah,
More
man.
guests, more people from other parts of the world. We are coming back. It is all coming together. Trust the process. Big
That is
big
it.
ups to Tanil and Donovan.
Yeah,
Small
man.
Much
steps,
respect, brothers. Thank you for having
Yes.
us on, man. Thank you
Yeah,
for
man.
having me
Yeah,
on.
man.
I was
Tony
it
Hills,
just
close
went
it
too
off
far.
with Tony Hills Jones and big up yourself,
Oh, wait,
Ray, and
wait,
much
hold on.
respect for
And
joining us.
a
Are the
song
other
y'all
song,
should
Ray? Other
listen to.
song.
Common. It's Your World by Common. I think in this time of being that voting is coming on, it is your world by Common. Remember, the sky is the limit. Do what your heart is set out to do. Keep pushing. Keep striving for greatness. It is your world by Common.
Yeah, man. Nice. Thank you, Ray. Thank you. And this week's tune from Tony's Tunes is a song by Fela Kuti called Mistake.
Ooh, Kalakuti.
The meaning of this song, he speaks about in life you can make two types of mistakes. The type of mistake that when it happens, people look at it and laugh, and then they pick you up and say it's okay. And the other one, where it's a dreadful mistake and it might cost the lives of people.
Mm.
And I also chose this song because this was the first time I heard in any song. It was a live recording actually. And they were booing Fela Kuti. I don't know why. I've tried to find out why since then, but I haven't heard the story about it. And I'm still curious as to why they were booing Fela in that song. You could hear the boos ring out when he was doing his solos and all of these things. But I love that song.
Big up, big up. Much respect, much respect.
And don't make
All
the
right.
mistake next week, guys. Pick the right choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And guys, yep. Just Ray. Yeah. One last time for the mute. One last time for the
Yama,
mute.
yama.
Sorry for muting. I'm not like silence a black man voice, but yeah, man. Big ups to everyone that tuned in, and thank you so much for
Yeah,
giving us
thank
a
you
couple
guys.
hours here Friday night. Much respect. We appreciate it.
Hmm.
And if you're an American listening or anywhere in the world, your vote matters at the end of the day. Don't feel it. They win when they think your vote don't matter. They
Yeah.
win when they think your vote don't matter. So whenever there's election, vote and let your voice be heard. And that was it for the Yardman podcast with the Just a Thought podcast. We out.
Yeah, man. Until next time, we out.
Peace, love, respect.
Yeah, man.